Hello, how are you guys doing? Happy holidays, everyone. I was just speaking to Max. Some of you guys may not know who Max is because you don't watch my friends. Let me give some thanks to some people in chat real quick. Flygon Dude, thank you for the 10 months of support. Anna LRK, thank you for the 15 months of support. Happy 413, everyone. I was just speaking to Max. So me and Hootie got into a discussion about you have friends? I thought you just had. Well, it's now me and Hootie and Max and Limes and Mike. We're friends. All of us are friends. So me and Hootie were having a discussion the other day about his favorite cake, and he said cheesecake, and I said cheesecake isn't a cake, right? My wife is my wife. She's like more than a friend. That's why she's my wife. I'm married to her. Anyway, so he's like, listen, and then he starts talking about it on his stream. He starts getting to a thing about it on his stream the other day, and he's like, okay, if you can get 100 people to sign a petition saying that cheesecake is pie, I will say whatever you want. Sure, whatever, man. That's fine. I'm gonna link it real quick again. And I got a text. Because I set it up, right? I set it up through change.org. And I got a thing, and they're like, put in your phone number. I'm like, okay, fine. So I got a text, and it says, hi, Colin. This is Max. I'm a campaigner, not a robot, from change.org. I think your petition has real potential, and I'd like to give you some advice over text to make it bigger. Up for that? And I said, tell me more. And then he didn't say anything for an hour. And I was like, you still there, Max? We're about to hit 100 signatures. He says, the next day he texts me back. He says, hey again, Colin. Great. Happy to have you with us. Here's a link to your dashboard. Sorry for the delay. I'm just getting back online. I'm so glad you're standing up for changing the name of cheesecake to cheese pie. It's clearly a pie. He misspelled cheese pie, by the way. There's one less E than needed, the one between S and E. It is clearly a pie, all caps. Why do we have to make it so confusing when it's so simple? You're doing great. 168 signatures already, flexing emoji. Cheesecake, cheese pie. Asterisk, oopsies. And I took a look at your petition. Looks great. Clear and direct and heartfelt. Great work. Looks like let's get you some more signatures. Looks like you've been doing pretty well so far on Twitter. Do you use any other social media? I said, yeah, I'm going to stream in a moment. This was yesterday with Mike. But I've tweeted about it and I posted it on Tumblr. Then he goes, awesome. Many people don't realize how much you need to do that kind of stuff. And he kind of goes on about like tips on how to like do like, you know, get people involved and stuff like this. I've been doing streaming for like 10 years. I know this, you know? Anyway, he talks about that stuff and he's like, what do you think? You up for that? Oh, I have another thing that I think might help with this kind of petition. Still with me? I don't want to bombard you, so let me know if you want a little advice on how to share beyond your personal networks today. Otherwise, I'll check in tomorrow to see how it's going. Sound good? And I said, sounds fine, thanks. He says, hey again, you did a great job building momentum yesterday. 206 signatures and counting. I bet we can keep it going today if we work on your petition. You up for that? First, you have a ton of supporters, and that's one of the most powerful things. Use the dashboard, blah, blah, blah. Hi, I just wanted to reach out and make sure you know that you've passed 206 petition or signatures on this thing. If enough people sign this, we can't be ignored. You think you'll use the dashboard, etc., etc.? Paraphrasing a bit here in order to, you know, are you up for that? I hope we find this helpful. Let me know what you think. And if you like, I can check in tomorrow with some more advice. And I said, sure. Not sure if I can get on that today since it's 4/13 and a lot of Homestuck fans are expecting me to celebrate the holiday. But do get back to me tomorrow. I'll make sure to mention it to them. Happy holidays, Max. Because, happy holidays. It's about the spirit of the season. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys know that this exists. You should sign it. It would mean a lot to me if you did. Are they seriously contacting you about this petition? Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what it is for change.org in order for it to go somewhere. We already have a cheese pie called pizza. Okay, so pizza is different than cheesecake. It's similar, but different. In that a sandwich and a burger are similar because, they got like the same thing, but it's kind of different, but it's kind of the same. It's like, yeah, they're both sandwiches, but like a Reuben and a hamburger are different. Gar Galaxy Tail, thank you for the 11 months of support. Corincio, thank you for the 15 months of support. I pronounce that with a different accent every single time. But yeah, I basically was like, hey man, sorry, I got a rain check on that one. Like it's a holiday. And so it would mean a lot to me if you guys did two things for me. And he mentioned another thing, and I don't think I said it. He said that I should tweet at Cheesecake Factory. So I'm gonna tweet at Cheesecake Factory again today. But I'm gonna ask that you guys nicely don't harass them because it's just some poor intern. Tweet at the Cheesecake Factory. Just cheesecake, I think, is their thing. At Cheesecake. Hey, at Cheesecake. Why you lying? Hashtag cheesecake is pie. We can't use cheese pie as our tweet, our hashtag, because that's a My Little Pony ship, apparently. Anyway, join me in using the cheesecake is pie hashtag, Convince other people, get them to sign the petition. Tweeting it out there right now if you just want to retweet that. Don't harass brand accounts. It is a My Little Pony ship, yes. I think his recommendation to tweet at the cheese... When I first read it, I thought he wanted me to, like, stand outside of the Cheesecake Factory and, like, pick it. And I was like, bro, I think that's going a little far. No one at an individual Cheesecake Factory has anything to say about this. Emma said she'd be happy to join you for a guest. Let me go and just do... I feel like I want to just do it by myself today. I do want to have a bunch of people come on and read soon. Because I know Hootie said he was down. He's like, is it as painful as it seems? And I'm like, it's actually kind of good. It just desperately needed an editor. But otherwise, it's pretty okay. Like, it's got its moments. And I know a lot of people are like, Rev, do you actually like this? And I think that's my take is... I feel like it's sort of like the One Piece thing with my wife. Like, she likes One Piece. She knows all the episodes. She's like, we can skip this arc. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't mean anything. It wasn't canon. We can skip this. I'm like, cool. Someone needs to do that to Homestuck because there are bits of this that do not fucking matter. And there's so much of this that, like, there's some good, like, cool concepts, but done just, like, fucking... Tell someone about what you're going to do first, hussy. Get them to, like, bring it back a bit. You know what I mean? Because I'd love to recommend this to people. Like, no. Blurple Pie, thank you for the sub. There are bits of the comic, like, I think Penis Ouija is important. I think that's important to the plot. We've had this One Piece talk multiple times now. I know. And that's the hard part, is I don't know what the stupid bits are or not. So I have to I agreed to for the sake of charity. But anyway, Let's go and pull up the things you guys can see. Fucking jeez. I forget every fucking time. Oh, this Coke tastes weird. I think I've got fucking super glue on my hands, and so now it tastes like Sprite. Coke should not taste like Sprite. I glued my hands together today. Jade Gnarly, thank you for the 9 months of support. Happy 413. More on Moon Mage, thank you for the 20 months of support. I'm gonna get into reading and actually do that. Rev Y. I didn't mean to glue my hands together. It's just sort of a thing that happens when you're building models. Stop Talking Mill. Thank you for the 20 months of support. Any reading. Dave, are you there? Oh, that was a difficult page. Time to waffle on for a while. Come in, Dave. This is Carcat, over. Oh, we are making some fucking movement today. Gay Keyboard, thank you for the Homestuck bits. Are you building male models now? No, I'm doing fucking Warhammer shit. I'm Warhammering. I'm building kill tanks. There's videos on YouTube of me doing it. Use too much glue, yeah. Stonks. Answer me, you jack off. Don't be like you're too busy to pick up. Who are you trying to kid? You are quite possibly the only person in this meteor who has even less of his nutritional plateau than me. It also, if it gets on your skin, it can cause chemical burns. Oh. Make models, not male models. What? No, my hands are just... Yeah. Anyway. I don't think you make male models. I think they're just born hot. Or they have plastic surgery until they are. I don't know how... Photoshop? I don't know any male models. I don't know any female models. I don't know any models. I used to know a model. She was nice. It was really rough on her. But she was a cool chick. Grant Zeppelin, thank you for the gay Homestuck bits. Even the mayor, who has a more demanding schedule than we do. Even the mayor has a more demanding schedule than we do. Let's face the fucking facts. What did you think? Did you think a Cantown runs itself? Fat chance, Dave. We got a problem. God damn it, Dave. We have a problem. No, we have a problem. So last time, someone in the comments made a good point about a lot of things that I forgot about happening in this story because I'm dumb. So there's that. Sorry, I forgot. We're at the intermission. Yes, we're getting there eventually. We will eventually finish this. The map I did not recognize as a map. People told me that they were teleported to like outside the universe, so they have to like take a while to get back in. Which is just like they're somewhere else now. And they can't be involved in what's about to happen, which is about to happen. Skya is now available or visible to the naked eye. We can't be much more than a few hours away. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. 3 of the longest human years we'll ever have to live for the rest of our lives, sunk into this depressing laboratory, which by all accounts should never have functioned as anything but our eternal tomb. I have no idea how we're even supposed to stop this thing, do you? Oh well, sending it blast off somewhere at the speed of light sure seemed like a good idea at the time. Has anyone, like, done the math to figure out how fast they're traveling? Someone has. Like, how far that is? 3 years at light speed? Someone could do the math. I don't know how fast light speed is. Real fast. You're not supposed to go that fast. You can't see if you go that fast. Your eyes don't work because there's no light entering your eyes, so you can't see. Three light years. So how long? So how long's that? Is this like that thing the other day where I tweeted it and it was like, how long is 3 inches on a ruler? Where it's like, that's it? You've answered the question? Okay, cool. Light years is a measurement of space, Rev. But they're going at light speed. What? Like, what is that in miles, is what I'm saying. Like, it took them 3 years to do it. How many miles is it? A real big number? It takes them 3 years at fastest possible. It's sort of like, yeah, the store is 3 miles away. Or alternatively, it's, you know, fucking some number of yards away. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird question for me to ask when it is already in a format that I could know. But I don't know how far that is. Okay, someone just said 1.764 E plus 13 miles. Okay, well, in retrospect, I don't know what the fuck that number is. Someone has said another number and it has a lot of zeros. It seems like a really big number. They went really, really far. Okay, cool. Anyway, sunk into this depressing laboratory by which all accounts should never have functioned as anything but our eternal tomb. I have no idea how we're supposed to even stop this thing, do you? We're sitting at Blastov somewhere at the speed of light. Sure seemed like a good idea at the time. And now we're finally here, after waiting and all the drama and all the boredom and the stupid bullshit with the ancestral ghosts, and even discarding that one hilariously neglected detail that the meteor has no fucking brakes. I still don't think we're ready for this. No one thought about that the whole fucking time? I thought they had like a plan. Are you guys just gonna keep going? Because that's gonna suck. No one thought about this. No one thought about this for 3 years. They only had 3 years. You know how you make a thing stop? You either make it stop going, which is not a thing you can do in space, or you make it go the other way the same amount, but no more. So if you're traveling 30 miles an hour in space, if you make it so you go 30 miles an hour in the opposite direction, then you stop. So how the fuck did they get up to light speed again? It was Jade's ability to whatever the fuck, right? How do I even begin to address this shit? Okay, how about this? Since I can't think of a better purpose question to break the ice in literally any imaginable social situation. Where are your fucking pants? So she's fucking blitzed. What's the term that Mike likes to use? Solix killed himself using maximum psionic power to launch it. Oh, yeah, we can't. You can't do that again. You don't have another. And zooted. Yes. Trezzy zooted. My pants. What are you talking about? They're on my legs. I wasn't talking to you. Oh, Dave, we have a big problem here. What? I think it's time we had, what'd you call it? An intervention for Rose? No, not Rose. Why would we be talking about Rose? She doesn't have a major problem that needs to be confronted about her by her friends before she flushes her whole life down the gaper, does she? Yeah, kind of. Why? She likes to drink that goofy human soporific that makes her a lot funnier and more charming than usual? How is that a problem? I'm talking about Trezzy. Man, Trezzy doesn't need an intervention. She just drinks a lot of soda. How can you not see that that is a huge fucking problem? It's red fizzy shit water, dude. Who cares? Okay, can we at least acknowledge that we were mutually aliens to each other and possibly have different values and standards about things. Just this one time? Thanks. What's the latest news on cheese pie? Max texted me. I think he likes me. I think Max likes me. Should I say something? Trezzy has made her choices. Among them was beginning to guzzle untold liters of that putrid citrus cola. Think of it as a rite of passage. Like something that goes with the territory when you know someone, almost imperceptibly begins turning into a juggalo. Wait, fuck. Maybe she does need an intervention. She needs to wake up so we can talk to her about this. She won't wake up. What do I do? Did you try kicking her? Yes, I'm out of ideas. Snore. Ooh, that one started weak, but started going somewhere. Like, not the best burp I've ever done, but pretty good. Did I miss anything? Terezzi's zooted. Also, random side note, my wife has been having a rough time at work. If she comes home and she's having an exceptionally bad day, I'm going to go hang out with her. I know that's going to be, sooner rather than later. So I'm going to try and get as many pages in as possible. I apologize for this, especially because it's Homestuck Day, but I love my wife. That's just what you do. They've got some big orders coming in, and there's a lot of pressure from people who are above her and, that kind of thing. So I apologize for that. I've always been if you want to talk about selling out or not, I feel like the line for me is, would I do something that would hurt my wife or the people around me in order to have a few more viewers? And no, I hope I'm not ending early. We'll see how she's doing when she gets home. I'll probably take a quick break to talk to her when she does. Well, whenever she wakes up, we all need to have a serious talk about this. If she's in this condition, we need to get to the new session. It'll be a goddamn embarrassment. Not to mention deadly. I need to remind you who's still following us. She doesn't look primed for battle where I'm standing. We need to act as a unified front, Dave. We need to let her know that as her friends, we can't stand by and watch her degrade herself like this. Man, I don't know. Sounds like you want to make this needlessly melodramatic. Stand by. I'm putting you on Speaker Crab. Speaker Crab? Yes, Speaker Crab. Don't put me on Speaker Crab. She needs you to hear this from you, Dave. She trusts you. God. Honestly, she can just do whatever she wants. I put this all behind me a while ago. Why do you really want me in on this conversation? Is it just because you don't want to say it by yourself? Maybe it is, Dave. Maybe that's exactly what it fucking is. I don't know. I'm not a god tier. I'm not as fortunate as to be blessed with the gift of gab like you. What? That badge you earned, the one that makes you easier to talk to people? Like, really open up about your feelings and say whatever needs to be said? That's what you think that does? It isn't? No, dude, that's not what the gift of gab does. Okay, what does it do then, wise guy? Its utility isn't really comprehensible to lowly mortals, sorry. You snide shoot huffer. Why don't you come up here so I can push you off this building? I love that. I love that insult. I want to say that to people. Stand on that chair over here so I can push you off of it. That's great. Nah, I'm putting you on Speaker Crab, and then we're going to keep it real as shit. Do you hear me? What do you actually want from her? Do you actually want her to stop drinking Faygo and falling asleep in puddles of red fructose corn slobber? Or do you want her to somehow address the root of these habits and cut it all for good? Yes, I want her to do that. The latter thing. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but in situations like this, you need to remind yourself that there's only so much you can do for somebody. And maybe they aren't going to want or need your help, and you have to figure out how to deal with that. Damn, Homestuck, coming up with the real actual advice. That is some legitimate actual advice there. Yeah, maybe Yeah. The joke here is that Gift of Gab was just a thing that Hussey could have to excuse the kids not having to pull out a computer every time they wanted to talk. That's good. Yeah, honestly, some people have addictions, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. They have to want to help themselves. You can tell them that it's a problem. You can show them, look, you're destroying your life. You're making everything worse for yourself. You need to fix yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, man. But they don't always follow through on that. They don't always follow through on that. So sometimes at a certain point, and this may make me an asshole, with some people, I've just stopped trying. You know? Like, I have friends who smoke cigarettes, and they just. I grew up with them, and they're like almost the same age as me, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, actually. Why? And they're like musicians, and I'm like, that's gonna fuck up your throat. You realize that, right? Anyway. And that being one of the lighter cases of things that people have to fucking deal with. And it's just like, god damn. Maybe they aren't gonna want or need your help, and we just have to figure out how to deal with that. Like, at some point in your life, you're gonna have friends that might all start spending all of her time with a guy that you think is bad news. You have to decide whether or not you need to intervene as a friend or just let it go because people can change and drift apart or whatever, because that's something that happens. Dave, your wisdom, my God, it's knocking my socks off. Holy shit. Please tell me the secret to your wise ways. While you're at it, maybe you could tell me what the fuck you're talking about. Look, what I'm saying is, there comes a time in every young woman's life when she has to come with the terms the decision to slowly morph into a juggalo while all of her friends and loved ones watch in dismay. Terezi has strolled through the dark carnival and has taken a great brooding whiff of the decision's festive asshole. That decision's festive asshole, and the choice she has made is all too clear. She's down with the clown. No, don't say that. It's true, man. You can't live in denial for so long. But as your bro, I have to say it like it is. She and Gamesy, man, they're literally a thing. They are like in the hate square together. They're Christmas spades, dude. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, I know that. Just why do you have to put everything so colorfully? I guess I could do the same thing, but you always take things so different level of gross. So please just say shit normally for a change, okay? Regarding Gamsey, yeah, I knew that already. Oh, really? And what the fuck have I been tiptoeing around about all this goddamn time? I thought you were supposed to be like this big secret that would destroy you if you found out. Motherfucker, please. Do you think I'm an idiot? I suspected this is going on for a long time. I was just being like you, playing it cool, letting her do whatever. Then why is it a problem now? Because this is the last straw. We're supposed to be ready for action by now. Not comatose, half naked, and Fago sticky. God. Wonder what kind of bullshit she's got her believing in now about the mirthful messiahs and Shangri-La and all that garbage. It makes me so sad that she's caught up in these superstitions web of lies. It's awful watching the person I used to know slowly drift from me to the point where she might as well be gone. How did you manage to deal with that? What? You and she, when you used to see each other all the time, what happened? Like I said, I put it all behind me. She started sneaking around in vents and stuff and acted suspicious, trying to hide the fact that she was seeing him. She's obviously ashamed of it and worried about how I reacted. But it was hella transparent that it was going on, so I just said, that's fine. Y'all do your black rom thing with the juggalo. It's your decision. But I can't play in her long. I can't do the quadrant thing. It's too weird for me. I'm not a troll. I'm not all that open-minded about getting multicultural. Oh. Online Canthrope, thank you for the 6 months of support. I don't think I thanked you. Thank you. Trizzy vented. Sus. Sus. I can't read sus without reading it like a TF2 YouTube poop. Sus. I still don't understand the spades thing, and it makes me really fucking uncomfortable to even try and imagine how that works. I don't, and I'm sure as fuck not going to date anyone who has got a hate clown on their side, on the side. So I got no hard feelings. I still like you and all, like whatever makes you happy, and I'll be over here in hyper gravity chamber training to be Lord English. We have a hyper gravity chamber? No. Oh, but what about you? Have you been talking to Gamzee this whole time, or is he just balls out lying to you and sneaking around the meteor with Terezi? I thought monorails were supposed to be open with each other about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Gamzee ended our monorail in quite a time ago. Oh, shit. Sorry to hear about that. It's fine. It was really a dead pale relationship. At first, it seemed like I was a necessary part of his life, keeping his shit under control. But as time went on, he just get completely disinterested and wasn't keeping up his end of the thing at all. He started getting all unbelievably self-satisfied and pious, like way more than he ever was before. Like, he's so completely convinced that he's found his calling, that this session is the gateway to the promised land, to where he'll fulfill his destiny. He's so caught up in his idiotic schemes that he couldn't give a fuck about me anymore. Whatever. At least he stopped killing people. Amazing. I spent 3 years on this rock and never said one thing to that guy. I saw him once, though. Just a glimpse in a dark hallway. It's kind of like seeing a blurry Bigfoot with a huge boner. Oh, God. That fucking God tier outfit. What a goddamn faker. I can't for the life of me imagine where he got that thing. I know Kanaya sure as hell did not make it for him. The man has literally no shame. Why is he wearing it? I don't know. Can you get other... Okay, I keep asking like shit I should know. Quest beds are in specific locations, right? Like you can't just like pick one. I mean, like I know they're like made of stone, but like assuming you had the ability to pick up and move a quest bed, could you just like, you know, have a mobile quest bed? Just be like, all right, yeah. Like who needs to become God tier? Just go and die on this shit. You can move the quest bed. That's how... Okay, cool. Are they specific to certain people, or can you just, like... They're, specific. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't do any good, then. Why is he wearing it? I don't know. I don't think he even knows. I think he's trying to make a good impression on his fake-ass religious idol after he thrusts his sacred codpiece through the gates of Shangri-La. It's the dumbest thing we ever had to do together was slam this asshole's dumb religion. Yeah, really the most hilarious fucking horseshit I ever heard. I mean, pretty much all religions are wrong, but there's wrong and there's wrong. There's zero chance you are ever proven right about a single thing, dude, like ever. Haha, so true. I wish I could really see his face when he finally realizes everything he believes is a lie. He'll be one sad clown that day. His bulge will probably deflate and make this high-pitched noise, plus corresponding flatulence. But higher pitched. Hey, Dave, what do you think will happen to us after we meet up with the others? I mean, as friends. When do you mean friends? Will we still get back to being bros? Yeah, no offense, dog, but that's dumb and neurotic question. No, but see, we're gonna meet with all these people, John among them, and John is your best friend, so you ostensibly resume that friendship where you left off. And John and I had few testy conversations with each other one day, and most of those I made a fool of myself, and I guess we became friends that day, maybe? But the reality is it was just one day. He'll be well within his reasonable frame of mind to not give a crap in hindsight about a guy who trolled him once 3 years ago. Same goes for Jade. I had one decent rapport, but again, it was one day forever ago, and she probably barely remembers it at this point. Whereas, that doesn't matter for you, because you go way back with them. Like, this is fucking heartfelt reunion for you guys. But where does it leave me? I can hardly call Gamzee a friend anymore. I don't even know if my friendship with Terezi will ever be what it was before. I used to be pretty close with Kanea, but now she and Rose never leave each other alone for more than a fucking minute. And all my friends are dead now, and we're leaving the dream bubbles behind. And then there's you, so I'm just wondering what's going to happen next. You forget the mayor. you're pretty damn right tight with the mayor, aren't you? The mayor's friendship is a universal constant, and I'm insulted beyond comprehension, as well as my capacity to vomit, that you would insinuate otherwise. Yeah, how do you do friends? Like, this isn't me trying to, like, get... This isn't me trying to, like, SEO up some shit. Like, comment down below kind of stuff. But no, literally, how the fuck do you get friends? Like, where do you get them? Do you get them at the grocery store? You go down the friend aisle? You pick up some? You interact with them? That's too hard, man. That's... The fuck? What? Do whatever you did when you were 6. Play Pokemon? Was Pokemon? No, that was 13. I like dinosaurs. Don't you interact with people with Warhammer with? Yeah, but then I don't know if you've heard of it, COVID happened. And now I don't get to hang out with my friends in person anymore. So there's that. And there's that. I'm just trying to be as friendly towards as many extroverts as possible and just wait for them to be friendly towards a bunch of other people. I mean, like, we weren't good friends, and I can still contact them. They're on Discord. But, like, what are we going to talk about? Like, you know. Like, hey, what do you guys think of the new Drakari book? It's pretty good. Like, hey. It's good. I don't play Drakari. No one I know has played Drakari. Orcs might be getting a codex. Yeah. Too real. Keep reading. Sorry. Homestuck does that. Homestuck gets me to real-time talk. Side note, if my phone rings, it might be a scam artist or it might be one of the psychologists I called. Because real-time hours are here. But I'm trying not to bring them here. You know what I mean? I need to talk to someone. I have problems. Have you noticed? Anyway, I'm just wondering what happens next. You forgot the mayor. You're pretty tight. Okay, right. The mayor rules. But as usual, you're overcomplicating this. Just like you overcomplicate everything. Friendships, leadership, romance, shipping grids, dick battles. This is real simple. Our meteor will somehow Tokyo drift to the dead stop at the new destination. At which point we have to keep being bros for life or something. I will start being friends with John and Jade, again, because they are my friends and they never stop being. John will also be your friend because he's cool and also a doofus who's easy to be friends with. Jade will be your friend because she's nice and likes being friends with people. I can personally guarantee that she will be happy to see you. And the new people, I don't know about them, so they'll probably be your friends, but they'll probably be your friends too. I know is 2 of them are my parents and 2 of them are John's parents. Ain't no rule says you can't be friends with your mom's bro and pop, especially when your mom's bro and pop are a couple of sassy teens. As for Trezzy, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. And as for Gamzee, fuck that guy with a balloon poodle. Yeah, I read that right. Okay, cool. That sentence just didn't make sense. Friendship lesson secured. The end. Snort, smack. Oh, look who's starting to come around. Wake up, sleepyhead. Honk, honk. Yeah, that's right. It's time to face the fucking music. Hey, you, computer man. I need help. No. Computer man, assist me with more hot tips. No. Yes. I'm having trouble understanding the blue hot. This is a shameful exploitation of our argument. Or of our arrangement. We weren't supposed to talk about anything once you left Earth. I did not agree to those terms. Every time we talk, you complain about being self-indulgent. Page title? Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 1. I'm just done. I'm just used to it, man. You guys are like, oh shit, look at that. Hussy's being hussy again. Did you notice? I noticed. I noticed, but I just let it go. I just let it ride because, like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Andrew Hussy's a weirdo? No shit? He's just fucking with us. Every time we talk, you complain about that I'm being self-indulgent. But you always come back for more. It's like you can't get enough of me. I think you might be obsessed. Give me more hot tips, asshole. You only made this cowl top so you could talk to me on the go, didn't you? No. Please don't lie. Who else would use it to talk to... Who else would I use it to talk to in your social session? Gamzee? I bet you haven't said one word to him throughout that device. You never refer to him by his name. The clown has been an adequate peon when it comes to doing things. Yeah, the whole comic is a shitpost, but it's like, at some point, Hussy, like, he cares about it. It's like, I don't have any good examples of this, but it's like a shitpost that he legitimately cares about because he enjoys the process of it. Anyway, I'm going to link you guys that Cheesecake Factory thing again. I want you guys to sign that. So that way we can have more signatures. So that way humanity realizes that we need to, you know, start calling it cheese pie. It's like a self-aware shitpost that, like, is genuine. Please don't lie. Who else are you going to talk to? The clown has been an inadequate peon. When it comes to doing things I don't want to have to do, there's no reason for him to speak to him through my fun helmet. You should try to be better friends with him. You killed it by telling me it's an MLP ship. You don't do hashtag cheese pie. Use hashtag, what did I say? The other hashtag. Hashtag cheese cake is pie. Get that trending. Someone posted an art of me. So I'm going to go ahead and retweet it. Wait, Cheesecake Factory's trending? Is it? Is it really? Hold up. Oh boy. Homestuck and Cheesecake Factory are both trending. What's happening? It's not trending in America, but someone screenshotted it where it was trending for them. Be a part of history, y'all. Top Houndor, thank you for the 34 months of support. That's my legacy right there. What have you done? Cause problems on purpose? Yeah. Ray Duran has linked this. There's 4,855 tweets about the Cheesecake Factory. Let me go and put this up on screen. It's pretty small, but arts and culture, arguable, trending, Homestuck, 43.7k tweets. Cheesecake Factory, 4,855 tweets. We're a serious stream around here. Very serious. Cheesecake Factory is technology. Yeah. You should try to be better friends with him. He basically ditched your best buddy for you. Who cares? He reveres you, and you treat him like shit. Yes, so you're off to a pretty good start of being a god, I guess? Thank you. Now, I just said a polite thing. Now reward me with what I want. Yellow Hat is very fast. As a minion, He has been very useful, but I'm having trouble determining the abilities of Blue Hat. Yellow Hat and Blue Hat? You should come up with better names than it. Like what? I don't know. Maybe some cool mobster names? Mobster names? Why would I give them cool mobsters? Because mobsters are cool. They don't look like mobsters. They look like fucking leprechauns. Well, they can be a mobster too, like cherubs and leprechauns. Being a lobster isn't about what you look like. It's about being. No, I think being a lobster is. It's about what's inside of you. Wow, that's so profound. Now stop stalling and give me tips. I noticed that the fart didn't sound when you switched to the screenshot. Yeah, no, it's only on certain scenes. So I must have missed a scene on the March of the Mice. That's the issue there. I did some drawing for the March of the Mice today. If you guys haven't watched that, you should. It's good. It's the next series in the Town of Nowhere like games. You can go to the Reddit and talk to people about mice. It's about cute mice and nothing bad. I'm gonna try and do the next one on Thursday. There's a link. Thank you. Yes, Luigi guy. Thank you so much. I like the one that's on the highlight channel the best because it's the same thing but a little easier to watch because it doesn't have the voting time. The voting time is kind of necessary if you're here live, but Orthogonal Caster did a great job editing it down. He's been doing the same thing for the not this Thursday, the last Thursday of the month, which is the 29th is when I want to do it. Just give myself enough time to finish drawing stuff. But I drew some stuff today. Yeah. No, y'all have time. Orthogonal Caster doing these edits is a godsend. Agreed. Because I don't want to listen to my voice. Anyone could be a mobster, though. Even cherubs and leprechauns. Being a mobster isn't about what you look like. Wow, that's so profound. Now stop stalling and give me tips. These the only two that you've unlocked so far? Yes. Have you considered... I've conquered the second planet, and now I've traveled to the third. Before I conquer this one, I would like to know what the Blue Hat does. Pretty much what he's doing. He seems to be stuck. He's broken. No, he's just slow. What? That's his power. Yellow Hat is fast, Blue Hat is slow. That's a horrible power. How is that even a power? It just is. I was looking forward to achieving more powerful minions. Not a malign fools that can take up space in my dark carnival. Do they get better in this? Depends on what you mean by better. Oh my god, we're done. Bye. End of Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 1. DreadX Collection 4 came out today? Yeah? I mean, you know, it's Homestuck Day, so I gotta do Homestuck. And tomorrow is Valheim. I believe it's on Mike's or my... I don't know whose channel this is anymore. We'll tweet about it. Wait. So that intermission was literally one page. Okay. Remember how that's the only reason that I knew that I needed to upgrade to Windows 10? Was because one of the devs dropped by for the DreadX Collection 3, I think it was, and they were like, why the fuck won't it work for you? I was like, well, I'm using Windows 7. And they're like, the fuck? Forever Sinister, thank you for the 9 months of support. I love being a streamer and interacting with developers because developers are incredibly talented and they have skill and they do, you know, they make art come into this world, and I'm not that. I'm a streamer. I make fun of their hard work and or appreciate it depending. Sometimes both. Wake up, sleepyhead. Wait, why did I even say that? Stay asleep. All you want, like I give a fuck. I almost read that right. Brev, you're literally an artist. What are you talking about? You're telling me that I could go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art related prints? Including originals? Such as that? COLINMULLIN.com. Collinmullin.com. I mean, that one's not up because I forgot to actually do the thing, but you know. But I will put it up on the website at some point when I remember to do that. Is that a Homestuck body pillow? What the fuck? No. You're kind of missing some important shit here. We spent 3 faux relativistic years cruising through the metaphysical ass crack of nowhere, and we finally get there and you're all tuckered out. Like y'all didn't sleep enough on this boat already. Some of the sick, nastiest shut-eye anyone ever got I owed to you this friggin' boat. Dude, this is a big deal. Everyone's waiting for us. I mean, probably. I don't know where we are. Some green hilly place with all these Stonehenge sprinkled around. I hope Dave lives long enough for me to be able to, like, tell Hootie about Dave. Because I want Dave to have, or I want Hootie to have to interact with Dave when he comes by and reads this shit. Because I want him to vindicate me. And say that I'm not like Dave. I mean, probably. I don't know where the green hilly places are. Did you know there's going to be a plurality of Stonehenges? I guess I didn't, but I guess what? Hedges aplenty where this place is concerned. Hey, where's Jade? I guess she's already left. Maybe there's an emergency somewhere with her doggy senses led her there. Or maybe she fell down a well. You know, Lassie doesn't work anymore because we have cell phones. In joke. Maybe there was an emergency somewhere and her doggy senses led her there. Or maybe someone fell down a well. What do you think, John? Do you think that our teen parents fell down a well? Nah, I sincerely doubt that any of them would be that pathetic. Whatever. It'd been the most important enough for Jade to ditch us like that. Either that, or maybe she was desperate to finally get away from me. Between you, me, and John, I really didn't handle things with her as well as I could have. Or maybe really... Oh well, maybe real Dave will treat her better. Or not, I don't know. Is there a reception down a well? I don't know. I've only ever had reception problems driving through East Texas. Or West Texas. Because no one wants to live in West Texas. I don't really handle things with her as well as I could have. Oh, well, maybe real Dave will treat her better. I don't know. Or not, I don't know. He did her a favor cutting Bird Dave out of her life. Nobody really deserved Bird Dave as a boyfriend or friend or anything. It's like one of those janky Daves from the bargain bin at Dave Depot. One of those markdown Daves at the day after National Dave Day. Abby was at the door, but it sounds like Tilda is home. And picked her up, and that's why she went, Mary. That's a very Abby sound. That's Abby realizing that you're trying to pet her and is excited. Let me finish this page, and then I'm going to go say hi to the wife. We'll do a wife check. Are there wells in Texas? I mean... I've never seen a well before. What? Have you guys ever seen a well? Well check. Not a wellness check, but just a well check. One time? Yes. Like... And I'm talking like throw a coin into it well. You know? Have I been out in rural areas? Yeah, but... They'll have like pumps, sure, but not a well. You know, I'm talking about like old timey bucket on string goes down into cylinder, water at bottom. You know, you throw a wish in it. You go, I wish I could see a well. And then the well is like, it was a stupid shit wish, but granted. And you're like, oh, fuck, I found a well. Anyway. Or after one of those markdown days after National Dave Day. It's like someone taxidermized Dave expecting you not to notice. Feathers without feathers. I don't know. No, that Dave is totally normal and okay. You should probably go back to being bros with real Dave when you see him. I'll be fine. I'll just flap around and do my own thing. I'm completely all right with this at this point. We had our ups and downs, John, but all in all, it's pretty cool going on a road trip with you. There were some times, man. The times. I'm telling you, they were unreal. I bet people would pay good money to see every second of the madcap stunts that we were going down on this ship basically 24/7. If holes could talk, wow. Just joking. It would be seriously boring as hell. But I mean, it's still cool. Yeah, hey, what's that ring anyway? I've seen you with that ring before. And I guess it was like, okay, John has this magic ring for some reason. No need to mention or anything. But where'd you even get that? You can't even hear me with your snooze on so hard. Ain't gonna wake you up to hassle you about no ring. Probably should have said all this stuff before you were awake anyway. About, like, stuff about friendship. Fuck it. I'll just leave here another one of my patented magic notes taped to your shoe or your cowlick or something. Magic notes rule. I miss leaving them taped on stuff. All right. Let's do a quick BRB. And then I'm going to go say hi to the wife. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. If you're watching on the After Hours thing, just skip 2 minutes ahead. I'll be right back. And we're back. Hi. How are you guys doing? Sorry for the BRB. But hey, wife is doing good today. So that's good. A couple people subbed while I was gone. I think Forever Sinister. I don't remember if I thanked you or not, but thank you for the 9 months of support. Diablo Graves, thank you for the 8 months of support. Haven't been around much. Yeah, dude, like I'm here, like if y'all want to watch. That's how this works, you know? So in conclusion, if you have no wells in Texas and you don't already have any, yeah, I mean, I guess you can't really get stuck in a well if there aren't any wells. There's no point in Lassie existing in Texas, especially in 2021. Like, who the fuck is crawling into a well in 2021? Like, why is that your first instinct when you have the ability to go out and do shit? Like, why? Why not do other things? Like, I don't see a reason to jump in a well. Sure. I do sure talk to myself a lot, don't I? Wow. Why have I never made this observation? Probably because I needed to be a bird for that exactly 3 years to have that epiphany. I wonder if real Dave has ever had that epiphany. Probably not, because he's not a bird. Bottom line is the guy who's also a bird makes you think. Anyways, I'm out. P.S. Happy birthday, John. Have some watermarks for the road. It's John's birthday. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I was telling the wife, I was like, hey, you know, I gotta stream because, you know, it's Homestuck Day. She's like, oh, it's like it's John Egbert's birthday. She's like, who's that? I'm like, the main character of Homestuck? Question mark. And I realized that that's not an accurate statement. John Egbert is not the main character of Homestuck. There is no main character of Homestuck. Who's the main character? It's not even like a Lord of the Rings thing where there's a bunch of fuckers on a quest. Like, but you get real close with one of them. The main character of Homestuck is Andrew Hussey, the clown, Vriska, Nepeta. Okay. The main character of Homestuck is Andrew Hussey's ego. I mean, mood. P.S. Happy birthday, John. Have some watermarks for the road. I unlocked more gnomes. I thought they were leprechauns. I don't care what they are. I've now conquered 4 planets and have the same number of gnomes under my command. Yellow hat, blue hat, red hat, blue hat, and purple hat. Congratulations. Planets are becoming increasingly difficult to conquer. I almost did not manage to destroy Purple Planet within the allotted time. Fortunately, the quality of the unlocked gnomes has not... Unfortunately, the quality of unlocked gnomes has not increased to match the escalating difficulty of my quest. Seems to be just the opposite. These gnomes are shit. What's wrong with the new gnomes? Okay, Red Hat, he has no fucking powers at all. Unless his power is to follow me around constantly. Yeah, that's basically what it does. Purple Hat's even worse. His power is to dance around all the time while singing riddles to me? Yes, awful. Purple Hat's behavior is more infuriating. I've attempted to murder him several times, but to no avail. You can't kill Purple Hat. He's too lucky. That's his power, being really lucky. What good does that do me? I don't know. Get him to solve puzzles for you? Use him as a human shield? Yeah, I was going to say, like, duct tape him to your chest. Like, that's invincible body armor. Yes, I'm exploiting gnomes for their luck. But still. He'll sneak out with his luck. Or maybe he'll be fine, but I won't be because I'm duct taped to him. That's a good point. I don't know. Get him to solve puzzles for you? Use him as human meat shield? I mean, gnome shield? Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. You shouldn't be whining about how lame your minions are. As you accumulate more, your job is obviously to combine their talents in creative ways to overcome the increasingly difficult challenges of your quests. Synergize your time, gnomes. Make them more the sum of their pointy hats. That's going to be difficult. They're all idiots. No one said it would be easy. Fine. I have no more questions for now. Hey, did you kill that cute turtle? No. But I can see your past trail. You're standing holding a gun and pointing at the turtle. Okay, then yes, I killed the turtle. Boo. Oh, right. Okay. Import Davis, thank you for the 19 months of support. I'm here to distract you from Homestuck for like 5 seconds. You've achieved this. Olive Garden is trending. Why is Olive Garden trending? Oh. 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 It has nothing to do with. Oh. I thought we were making a difference in this world. Max had me believe that we were doing something here, something real. Okay, fine. It's because it's like which random stuff or brands would you go to bat for or whatever. But what's the exact take? It's fucking weird. It's some Twitter bullshit. Rodimus Prime on Twitter says, "What chain restaurant is low key or dram, but Black Twitter be hating on it?" And apparently Olive Garden and Cheesecake Factory. I have no idea who Rodimus Prime is, but apparently that's why people are talking about Olive Garden. It's not about Andrew Hussey, and we're not talking about Cheesecake Factory because of me. We're talking about other stuff. Which is unfortunate because I thought I was making a difference in this world, but I guess not. I guess it's some meme. Not my meme, someone else's. It's the unfortunate bit. What's wrong with the new gnomes? Oh wait. Is that it? We already read that. They're going to be difficult. They're all idiots. No one said it would be easy. I have no more questions. You kill that turtle? Yes. Okay, cool. Active enters. End of Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 2. The fuck, Hussey? The aesthetics of this are really on point. Say what you want about Homestuck, but it got the aesthetic down. Hey, it's Blue Boy again. Buoy. See him out there off the starboard shit? Yo, watch it, how far I can fork him from. Mina, put the trident down. Don't make me confiscate it again. Confiscate. Hey, John. Vriska, is that you? Yeah, get over here. All right. Oh, great. Nice to see you again, John. It's been too long. Yeah, actually, hasn't it been exactly a year? I think it was my birthday last time we met too. This is great. I didn't know that we like got exactly to like that point. Like that it happened to be Homestuck Day again. It's a year for you maybe, but who knows how long it's been out here. Who cares? The point is that as you can see, the plan I described to you before is in full swing. You mean the big treasure hunt with all those black maps? Yes, they're not black anymore. Not totally. Everything's gone exactly as I intended. English is taken the bait. Okay. He's taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker. He's been chasing our extended party around this ring, blowing shit up with his monster breath, thus revealing the path of the treasure in the process. I must say, for an evil mastermind, this guy's kind of a dope. Supposedly, his every move is carefully calculated ploy to assure the existence of us in the first place. Yeah, he's wrecked half the joint like a oaf, unwittingly helping the hero find the weapon that'll finally take him down. Jail time? Do you guys need to be jailed? All right. I need to make jail a command. Big Pilgrim, thank you for the 9 months of support. Welcome to jail. Boom. I need to, like, yeah, just like exclamation point jail. Just locks everyone in emote jail. Or gets them out. I don't know if I can do that with Moobot. And we're almost there. Although by now, it's become embarrassingly obvious that the treasure was hidden right where we started all along. The master's just been leading us in a big stupid circle. I should have seen it coming. I guess that's bad. In terms of bonehead moves, that's English 1, Vriska 1. So I guess we're even. But maybe we don't have to mention that detail when we document my heroism in the annals of greatness. Mention what? Exactly. I almost forgot how deceptively quick you are on the uptake, John. No, that's not impressive. I was actually confused about what you're saying too. Tavris, if you're going to interrupt, don't mumble. And even then, don't. Such a piece of shit. Anyway, I don't mind the fact that these cryptic treasure maps have led us on a wild hunkbird chase. I've never once complained about a good long treasure hunt, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, with the way that space-time works out here, who's to say that for sure that we would be able to find the treasure at all since we trace this exact path? Nobody can say that, is who. Least of all, English, who, for as far as I know, can't actually speak as much as issue blood-curdling roars and cleave the foundation of reality itself. You are, of course, welcome to join us in our adventure as long as you're asleep. We could do it with another hand on deck. I'll even give you a rank and title. You'll be lower than me. That's the fairest rule. Wrong. Tavros, who's the captain here? Last time I checked, it wasn't Swabby Netram, Poop Master Extraordinaire. Okay. By the way, Tavros, how have you been? Okay. Cool pirate outfit you got there. No thanks, but it's not cool. No, thanks, but it's not cool. It's dumb. Vriska wants me to wear it, though, so I do, so she'll be happy. Oh, don't ask me where my pants are. I wasn't gonna. We look amazing as pirates. This is non-negotiable. No argument here. Where's the rest of your crew? I remember her, the punky one who always likes to stab me with her spear. I really hope that she doesn't do that this time. Dream on, blue nerd. Your crosshairs, sucka. You and my crosshairs, sucka. Got you right where I won. Just biding my time. Biden. Gonna hurt you until we're both double dead. You are my obsession, little bluefish. My shrimpiest of whales. My mobiest of dicks. Called me fish meow. Stop it. But I don't know the one who looks kind of like your sister. And what is your name? Arena. Hi. What about those two over there? They're my friends, Ardea and Solix. I've recruited. Okay, wait. No, Solix died, right? I'm sorry. It's been a minute. I like his double eye patch. Ardea died. Wait, both of you are dead. What? Chat says yes and no. Okay. Yay, nay. And then chat face. These are my friends, Ardea and Solix. I've recruited them for the expedition as specialists. They really aren't doing any fighting, but their abilities will become useful once we retrieve the treasure. Hello. Hey. Are you alive? Your eyes don't look spooky and ghosty. Thanks. Yes, I'm alive. Yeah. Apparently she intends to say that way. Hence her principled, if somewhat lame, commitment to pacifism, but considering our history together, I'm willing to bet bygones be bygones. I'm willing to have her on the crew in whatever capacity she likes. Your history? What happened? Wait, that's a rude question. Sorry. Vriska killed her too. She used the other guy there tragically as the death weapon. Hey, what did I say about bygones being bygones? That's the one rule on this ship. Anyway, she became a robot and killed me back, so it's obviously we're cool now. Jeez, why does that everyone die so much? Lol, this guy, no one to talk. Solix, don't make our guest uncomfortable. He's already uncomfortable and should be. We all should be. Really haven't thought about any of that in a long time. Ancient conflicts don't mean anything to me anymore. But I was more than thrilled to be by the opportunity to go on another adventure like this. We used to enjoy our campaigns together all the time when we were younger. And of course, now the teams are a little different. Yeah, man, those were the days. What happened to the double eye? What about the... Why do you have double eye patches? Because I'm blind, stupid? Solid point, but... I saw a dude with an eye patch once. He looked, like, dignified as fuck. It's like an older gentleman, but he had an eye patch. I'm like, fuck yeah. I couldn't tell him that because it was, like, not the time and I didn't know him. You know what I mean? You can't just walk up to someone and be like, ballin' eye patch, dude. It's weird. You don't do that. But, you know, he made it work. Anyway, yeah, man, those were the days. What about you? Why do you have the double eye? I'm blind? I can't tell if you're alive, too, because I can't see your eyes. They're spooky as shit, but yes, I'm alive. Here's a short version. I used to be able to see, but then I went blind. I used my powers too hard. Then I died. Then it turned out I was only half dead. Half dead? Let me finish. So the ghost half of me could see again, but so I was only half blind. But somebody prototyped my corpse, which I guess sucked the ghost half of me out of my body to make me full. What? Does Homestuck ever start to make sense? So I guess she sucked the ghost out of my body to make me fully alive again, and also I'm fully blind. So I guess the ghost part of me is now sharing the sprite body with fucking Eridan of all people. Who's Eridan? Just a douche who blinded me in the first place, so it doesn't even matter. I don't think I quite followed all that. Did I know that information beforehand? The thing and yes or no? I feel like I didn't know any of that information aside from the Eridan thing. Like, I knew that his body got prototyped, but I didn't know he was alive again? I knew that he was alive again. That's the bit I'm asking about. Did I know he was alive again? I did. What the fuck? God, I need to not have as much time in between reading sessions. I had, you know, stuff happens. The best of excuses. All right, but I don't think I quite followed all that. I feel like I need to put a video at the start of the Homestuck like streams. Just be like, look, I know I'm hard on it, but I'm hard on myself too. And at the end of the day, I like myself too. Okay, so just take it with a grain of salt when I shit on this constantly. I actually, at the end of the day, kind of do like it, you know? Much like myself, it's long-winded, needs to learn to shut up, but the art's good. It's pretty looking, and there's a good story in there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. All right, but I don't think I quite followed all that. What does being half dead mean? You know, forget it. I'm so sick of this story to telling this story to people over and over again. Hey, Hoots, your title is an act of war. This is your only notice to try. Oh, Hootie's here talking shit in chat. Well, excuse me, Mr. Hoots. Hoot Lord. I said I wasn't going to read with anyone, but you want to read Homestuck with me? You free? Also, look at that. Look at how many people signed that. You're double wrong. I guess. Hootie! Hootie. Hold up. Call me when you're ready, Hoots. Should I read the rest of this page while I'm waiting for him? Yeah, why don't we do that? I'm so sick of telling this story to people over and over. Nobody understands what the hell I'm talking about. It's also simple. No, actually, it isn't. But it's fucking stupid story that makes no sense, and maybe that's the problem. My marginal existence is fraught so much pointless duality and complicated nonsense, so I'm done even trying to explain it. From now on, I should just wear a shirt that says, "Don't ask me about my disability or my mortality," and then everything will be fine. This is kind of a shame that Gamzee prototyped Eridan's torso parts and swiped his ghost from the afterlife. I bet he would have had a great time on this voyage. I used to own him during our nautical campaigns all the time. If he was on this ship, I would walk the plank and plummet directly into the fake-ass water through the infinite nowhere forever. Besides, you act like you haven't already recruited at least 50 fucking Iridans from doomed timelines to your army. You really are shamefully prejudiced against our alternative reality selves. You really are. They're just as real as we are, and they have the same emotions and everything. Give me a break, Solix. If you don't view them as if you don't view them the exact same way. You got real Eridan, and you got a bunch of hope pretenders out there. They're all real. Oh, I'm ready to make mistakes, Hootie says. Hootie.
Hi.
Hi, Hoots.
I'm really gonna regret this, aren't I?
No.
I have like the smallest image of like anyone I actually know on the internet, but like there's like a small piece of me that will be lost in trying to understand this or to even read this with you. So I hope you appreciate what I'm sacrificing here.
Yeah, thank you for reading this with me, Hootie. It's basically going to be like what we did the other day, but instead we'll also be reading Homestuck.
Good.
Because a lot of the time I'm talking about garbage that, like, here, I'm going to let you guys out of emote jail for a minute. Emote only off. They bully me all the time for just, like, talking about random garbage rather than what I should be. They even have, like, someone is keeping, like, a document of, like, how many, like, pages I read per session.
Mm-hmm.
And like people start yelling stonks if like
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Why is your chat spamming the word "cum"?
They do that whenever I release them out of jail, or someone says a spoiler, to make it so that way it goes off the page real fast. So I don't see the spoiler.
All right, I'm sorry I asked that question. Please continue.
Anyway, they bully me all the time for like getting the information, like, or just going off on tangents.
Okay.
You've come in at let's see, we're at page 5,955 out of like 8,000.
You're like 75% done then.
I know,
right?
Yeah, some pages are really short, but some pages are really long.
Wait, isn't there a second one of this or something like that?
We will see how that's going when we get there.
Like, is it happening though, or is it just like discussed? Or I imagine that you screwed yourself into a corner where you said you'd read that too.
Chat has been in a weird mood on whether or not they want me to or not.
It's kind of a weird
it's
thing
like
then.
It's like a Dark Souls 2 situation where it's like, this feels wrong. You know, this is weird and it's different.
Right. Oh, okay. So this isn't really the source material here. This is like if the original author passed away and someone else picked up the pen.
Yeah, because it's Hussey is done with that. He's moved on to his new other project. Can I lower Hoots a bit? Sure. He's moved on to another project, so he doesn't have as much to do with it. But like, I know one of the authors. I've had her on to talk Homestuck and read Homestuck with me.
Cool. Cool.
It's
Cool. That's a filler word, by the way. I don't know how to feel about that, so I'm just telling you that
okay.
sounds pretty cool. But it was. Could you please take your stupid hashtag off your title? It is really it's really burning my biscuits, man.
What?
Like, you
Cheesecake
don't
is
need
pie?
to rub this in. You don't need to rub this in. I
Cheesecake is
gave
pie?
you your satisfaction. You don't
Yeah.
need to try and push this harder.
But it's fun.
I literally did not break my Twitter hiatus for anything except to say the word.
But Max from change.org has been texting me.
Can you even confirm that that's a real person?
Yes.
That has to be a bot.
Because he said, I'm so glad you're standing up for changing the name of cheesecake to cheese pie. It's clearly a pie. Clearly, he says in all caps. Why do they have to make it so confusing when it's so simple? And then he suggested that I tweet at where is it? I think you could also go to the Cheesecake Factory or other big influencers in the cheese pie world Twitter page and start tweeting and reply to their posts.
Are you gonna go start busking down at the Cheesecake Factory with your streaming computer and
Yeah.
everything, just asking random people walking through the door, "Hey, can I get your opinion on this?
Hey Limes,
Can
thank
I
you
see
for the
if I can
raid.
change your mind?"
I'm
Hi Limes. I'm not here right now. I'm not doing this.
I'm reading Homestuck with Hootie.
Oh, it's corn.
That's
That's
corn.
a lot of corn.
Yeah. Apparently it was supposed to be a knife or something, but then like someone mentioned that it looked like corn and then they made it corn. Why is Hootie there? Because it's happy Homestuck Day.
It's a really good question. This is like a special day for Homestuck?
Yep.
Is that why that says happy 413?
Yeah, 413 is a very special day. It's John Egbert's birthday. Happy birthday, John Egbert.
Happy birthday, John Egbert. Is it
Yes.
a real person?
Nope.
Is this a real person? Okay, all right. You just made me say happy birthday. I feel like I just said happy birthday to like some idol that's not real, and I don't like you right now.
Yeah.
And I'm only doing this because you sucker punched me during our last conversation. Said you should just read Homestuck with me, and I typed the word yes before I thought about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm here.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
how many questions can I ask when it comes to this? Because I know that Homestuck consists of two words, home and stuck, and
Sure.
I don't think either of them apply to the story. So that's all I know.
Okay, I can show you the chart. Do you want to see the chart? I've shown you the chart, but I want to show you the chart again.
Have you updated your chart?
Not much. Okay. I got to a point in the story where it just, I mean, like we're at Act 6, Intermission 5. We went through
5?
We went through Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 1 and 2 just a minute ago. So okay.
I have questions that are answered by the number of intermissions that you've already mentioned, so I don't feel like I have anything else to put here.
Yeah, no. Hussey at some point just stopped giving a shit about how the structure of his story went. It's like as if someone who was writing a book just started coming up with other names for chapters.
Okay.
So, okay. So
just break this down as simply as you can for me. Just a short synopsis. I don't have forever and a day. I just want to know what this is about. Does it even have an overarching plot line?
It does.
Really?
Yes, but it's a little complex and I don't think I can go simply with it, but I'll do my best. Okay. So
that's all right. Go for it.
There are humans and they decide that they're going to play this game. It's a computer game called Homestuck or Hive Swap, right? What is the name of the fucking game? Homestuck, right? It's like Jumanji, but with 2000s video games. Yes, that's accurate. Suburb.
I feel like I hired a guide to go through a jungle with me and he just fell over into a
immediately get the thing on. Suburb. Yes.
Suburb.
Yeah,
Suburb?
What people in chat are saying. So it's literally like Jumanji, where they've started this thing and now it's a fucking problem, right? Also,
okay.
And then internet trolls are actual trolls.
Internet trolls are actual trolls.
Right, yeah. Like if I scroll up,
So they're
here's
actual
two
trolls.
of them. Okay? That's what trolls look
Okay.
like in this universe. They have gray skin and orange horns. And there's a whole thing, like they have weird romance things. They have like instead of just being like friends with someone or like being in like a relationship with someone, they have like four quadrants of that's not important. Don't worry about that. Anyway, so
I wish you had omitted that. I don't know what this
shipping is
means.
incredibly important to Homestuck in ways that I cannot explain accurately and shortly. But
Like goods and services, or
no, like who's like in a relationship with who?
oh, shipping. Okay,
Yeah, that
right.
kind of shipping.
Got it.
Um
Got it.
so
Okay.
so each of these so both the trolls and the humans were
Mm-hmm.
both playing this game. It's like
Okay.
and they have to like beat it. And in order to beat it, they have to go and do a bunch of different things like video games have you do, but it affects reality as a whole. So, like, the first thing that happens is asteroids hit Earth and everyone dies, excluding like the main characters who are like going around through magical portals, and then there's shit like that going on. Let me show you the chart. Yeah, hold up. Chat wants me to show you the chart. I feel like I've shown you the
Okay.
chart before.
I think I've seen the chart, but I'm sure that I couldn't comprehend the chart at the time. So let's see if this is any
Yeah, where's the
any
first one?
better.
Homestuck. Homestuck chart 1. Okay. This is just like a brief overview of everything that happened in Act 1. I think.
My wife is currently calling me. Do I have to lie about what I'm doing here? Because I don't know if I feel comfortable telling her what I'm doing.
You shouldn't lie to your wife. Tell her that you're reading Homestuck.
Hold on. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Hi. I'm talking with Rev and 684 other people reading a comic called Homestuck. Oh God, indeed, yes. Am I okay? Chad, am I okay? Am I all right still?
For
Like,
now.
just try and gauge based off of the fear in my voice. Um, Nothing. Please, I love you. Drive safely. I have to let you go because I don't think Rev's going to let me go, and I still have to get him to take the cheesecake is pie hashtag off of his title
Will
of
not.
his stream. So it's important. Yeah. Thank you, love. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, sweetie. And there went my only support. Okay, well, I'm
All
here
right.
with you now. What is?
All right.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
this is the
remember this
chart.
now.
Yeah. Okay. So this was when I was trying to document how like this clusterfuck of circles and stuff. This was me trying to document how time works in this universe, which is to say this is very accurate and just don't fucking worry about it as a clusterfuck, okay? Here okay, there was a big bad who is the real big bad that I was making fun of by saying he's Elmo and now he's an emote. Because what?
Okay. No,
Uh
I was just gonna ask: is Dave and Air Dave two different Daves, or is that?
what? Oh, Alt
I think
Dave.
I see like an Air Alt Dave. Alt
Right.
Dave and okay, so Alt Dave and Dave are two different Daves.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of Daves because it's like you got to kind of understand like quantum physics because there's a lot of Daves because there's a lot of
Oh.
Doom timelines, but there's some that actually work out. Doom timeline being one where
Oh.
they don't complete the session the way they should.
Hmm.
And the session where they have to like beat the big bad and win the video game, right?
I don't like that you put a Stucius in that
The cool S guy?
representation of time. Yeah, that. I
Yeah.
don't like that you put that there.
No, that's about accurate. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't know
like
what's and then there's like a gun there because that's also a thing. I haven't seen him in a bit. I think he's dead.
Can you get rid of it for me? Just like it really. I'm not sure I like it. Can you just like color over it or something?
No.
I will. I'll give you a sub if you get rid of that thing because it bothers me. Like either
It's a cool S thing. Anyway, so it turns out that everyone is like someone else's dad, right?
Not sure I like where this is going, but
All right, so
uh,
everyone like there was this machine. It's like a goo
uh-huh.
machine, and it like combined two different people into one
Okay.
person. And so John one time was fucking around in the past, and he started fucking around with the machine, and so he made Rose's mom and Dave's older brother, and then he also made his own grandfather and Jade's his own grandmother and Jade's own grandfather.
Chad, is he doing a decent job of explaining this to me? I feel like he's rambling nonsense at me. Is this real? I'll
No,
trust you.
that's accurate.
Oh no, they're saying yes.
Yeah, they're saying yes in wide
I don't
numbers.
understand any of this, man. Why do you have a Bible quote in
Um,
here?
because like I said, 413 is an important Homestuck day because it's John Egbert's
Oh
birthday.
no.
So I was like, what is John
Oh no.
413? And it says Jesus answered and said, unto with her whoever drinketh this shall never thirst again. Which is to say Chad is a thirsty bitch. So it fits.
Okay. All right. I'm understand that much, I guess. Okay.
This over here is explaining how that whole ecto thing I was talking about with the slime. This is one time I had a really embarrassing experience with a frisbee. This is a thing about frogs and their ability to recreate universes. There's a bit over here where I'm trying to figure out whose fault it is that all the bad things happen. And in order, it's Betty Crocker doing something shitty to Dave, who does something shitty to Gamzee, who's a troll. Dave is the guy that everyone says that I'm like, by the way.
Why? No,
Because
why? Now I'm curious. Why?
does anyone have like a quintessential Dave line or like page that I could read? He's from Texas. He has sword fights with his brother. He rambles, and raps sometimes.
Do you rap?
Occasionally.
I didn't know you rapped.
Why?
I honestly love to rap too, like amateur freestyling.
Yeah, I do that every now and then.
I want to hear your stuff sometime.
No, because chat will
Why
bully me
not?
about it.
What if you only showed me?
What if I only rap to you? It's also the
Yeah.
ADHD. That's also another thing.
That's
He's from Texas. He's really sarcastic, rambles, raps, and is kind of a dumbass. Thank you.
that's mean.
Yeah, no, it is.
We're
It's
not
actually
here.
kind of mean that they say that about me. Anyway, Betty Crocker like did some shit to Dave, and then Dave made fun of Gamzee's religion, which is and Gamzee is a juggalo, but he's also a troll.
Yeah.
And the religion is just that the ICP are like actual like messiahs.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then little Cal, who's a puppet that Dave owns, that he owns ironically because his brother liked it, is fucking over Gamzee. This is all important. Betty Crocker is
Gamzee.
what?
What is a Gamzee?
Gamzee is one of the trolls. He's a juggalo.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the same thing that Jen used to talk about.
Yes. This is that.
I didn't understand it then. I don't understand it now. But okay, at least some of the names make sense.
Yes. Okay, so then there's this whole hierarchy of like trolls, and it's all based on their like blood color. So depending on what color your blood is basically like what you get to be in life.
Okay.
So in order, if your color red, like if your blood is red colored, you're like expendable and just going to die. If your blood is orange, you get to do like farming stuff. If you're gold, you get to do psionics. You get to be a wizard. If you're yellow, you get to do computer stuff. I forget what green is. It's basically just cats. Lighter green is like you take care of like, so they are like bugs where they have like, I don't want to explain procreation with you on how trolls procreate, but it's important.
No, wait. No, this sounds like a fascinating subject. I'd actually like to discuss this.
So so I'll have to explain shipping first. So there's 4 different quadrants of relationships. And they're called Allspice, Christmas, Monorail, and Love. These are
Fuck
not
yourself. This isn't real. No,
those,
that can't. You made that up.
yeah, I made those up, but those aren't the actual names for them. But that is basically that's how they auspice.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my god, I
Monorail
can't
is
believe I have
right,
to parse your insanity from the insanity that I'm trying to also
but the
perceive.
relationships are like this. Okay, so you know Ash from Pokemon?
Oh, Ash from What?
Yeah, Ash from Pokemon, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so he is in a aspis with Gary. They hate each other, but they're rivals, and it makes them better, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
This metaphor works so far.
Brock is his monorail, who kind
Right.
of like keeps him like his shit together, right? Is it
Okay.
like a friend? And then Ash and Misty are in whatever the normal love kind of thing is, right? And then to explain,
Uh-huh.
the final one, it's Jesse, James, and Meowth, where Meowth is taking the position of, I forget what the fuck it's called, ice whatever. Anyway, Meowth's job is to make sure they don't kill each other. So it's like a 3-person relationship.
Right.
Anyway, so if you're in one of these relationships and if it's strong enough, you can jerk off into a bucket with a bunch of people that you hate.
Okay. Wow. Whew.
You asked me to explain how procreation
Conversation
works.
just hit the nitrous button. Okay. All right. I didn't. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. No. Please continue.
And then that swill is brought to the mother grub, and that's used to make new grubs that procreate the species.
Please tell me your bucket emote isn't based off of what you just said.
Well, actually, that's based after Mr. Bucket.
Okay.
But yes, we did
Okay.
get talking about how Mr. Bucket would be a sex god to the trolls. Anyway, so the limey green kind of trolls, they take care of like the grubs, because they basically just get like thrown into a cave, and then there's all these wild animals in there, and they don't have parents as a result. They don't ever know whoever created them. They just sort of like have like a wild animal that stays at their house with them.
Was that a question?
Yeah, no, that's basically it. Jade, excuse me, not lime. And then what's up?
No, keep going.
And then you've got like this kind of tealish color, and that's like the legislator branch of the trolls, which is basically a joke. It's just like you're punished based on your blood caste. Then there's this one that's sort of just like Jake Paul. Like
Jake Paul,
the guy who filmed the
YouTuber.
Yeah.
That guy.
They're all basically that.
I see.
And then there's.
Could you explain Abraham Lincoln a little more to me right now?
Oh, I was just talking about how if you delete certain parts of conversations or like quotes, you could get to really funny sentences. Like this one quote from Punished Abe Lilcon.
Lil Con.
Yeah.
Abe Lil Con.
Right. Anyway, we don't have time for everything that's on this sheet. Okay.
Yeah, we can move past it. We can skip past it.
So then there's the I forgot what this one is, and then there's Juggalos. Pretty much at the top is Juggalos, and then there's the royalty, who are fish people, but also trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, this is important. If something bad happens, it's probably Vriska's fault. This is a universal constant. Vriska sucks.
Sex God, Mr. Bucket.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I do. Just a little bit. I have the unseen hand behind every major event in their session, and to the extent their whole lives, Vriska is a lying bitch.
Yeah.
If something bad happens, it's probably Vriska. You know what this reminds me of? This feels like one of those logic puzzles they'd have you do in grade school where you check the boxes off. Go like, Tina only brought one friend, and Evelyn is not Tina's friend. Oh, I can make the little X here. Okay.
Uh-huh. There's
I
also
feel itchy like reading this. Does anyone else get that feeling? Like
there's
there's
also
just
a significant portion of this comic that is just the creator coming about the way to be able to ship himself with his own creation. So I was like, it would be like if Tolkien did that with what's his name? Like, there's a bit where he makes out with the actor who plays Rufio in Peter Pan, and that's like a couple pages of the comic.
Oh,
He's apparently read
Dante
Homestuck.
Bosco.
Yeah,
Dante Bosco.
he's apparently read Homestuck. I would assume because
he's read Homestuck.
He's read Homestuck because I would assume people have harassed him about it. Here's a really shitty lion because it's like a normal lion, but its neck is long. This has nothing to do with Homestuck. Let's see what else is there. God, I don't have time to explain the aspects and shit like that. It's
okay. This, you know what? Let's just go from here. I feel like I've learned a lot already.
Let's see what this one is. If it's still Vriska's fault. Let's see. There's a whole thing on whether or not you hate Vriska or not. Here's where I discovered the face of that dog. That's sitting in a box behind me right now. I still haven't read it. Oh, that's another thing. So there are multiple timelines, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And so because there are multiple timelines, they just had an encounter with the big bad, and they're like, oh fuck, we can't do this. So then they went through a portal to another world, and it took them 3 light years to get there, and they're finally about to get there and meet up with their teenage versions of their alternate universe parents. That is what's happening in the plot right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Why the fuck not? Why not?
Also, will you turn on stream real quick? I just want you to listen to something.
I got the stream on. I'm watching what you're doing.
Okay, can you hear it?
Oh, let me turn the music up.
Okay.
Was that a fart?
Yeah.
Did you just fart at me?
Yeah. Every time I open this screen reach, it farts with a whole bunch of echo.
Why?
Oh. Can I mention that
How long have you been reading this, man? How long? How?
2 years. Do you know that? This was a reward for something I promised to do 2 years ago. Almost.
Look, I'm not usually supposed to do this sort of thing, you know, but I can cut you a deal.
I can't stop
you can
now.
You could though. You could literally stop.
Here's the deal.
Right now.
I could, but you know what? I made a promise. The money, each one of these pages represents money that went to help in childhood cancer. Okay?
I recognize your noble aspirations.
As inane as this bullshit can be sometimes, it's important.
I don't feel like you need to continue harming yourself with this. So I'm going to write, I'm writing you a pad of paper right here.
I have completed every single reward I have ever claimed to do for the charity because that way people know that I'm going to do it.
Hereby dismiss.
If we could have done this, we could have done this 5,000 pages ago, Hoots.
Did you ask me 5,000 pages ago?
No, because I'm a man of honor who will do the thing that I said I was going to do. You're like, oh, you won't make a change.org petition saying that cheesecake is pie. And now I did. And Max texts me every day asking me how it's going.
Okay, I wrote it out. I signed it. I dated it.
Uh-huh.
All that's left is verbal confirmation from you.
Well,
You can
no.
end this right
Natalie says that was not approved by the board.
Natalie doesn't have a say in this right now. This is between me and you.
I feel like that the board should have some say in this.
I feel like there is a bond between you and I that supersedes most things in life. It's called a friendship. I've heard of that one, right? We talk a lot about shipping. This one's a friendship. And I'm trying to help you here.
Natalie says she might need to get in on this call.
I refuse. I refuse to allow anyone else to step into this call. No. You do not have my consent.
For what? For why?
You're gonna do this, aren't you? You're gonna go through the entire thing. It's gonna take you like another year, probably.
But if I go and say I'm gonna rent a tank and shoot at some kangaroos, like I plan to this year, spoilers.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up.
What's up?
Can you run that one back on me again?
Yeah.
Didn't follow that.
So I found this place where you can rent tanks in Texas. Check it. Look, you can drive tanks. You can shoot real tanks, and you can run over cars. And they also happen to own a nature preserve where you can shoot animals. And they have kangaroos. And I'm going to shoot a kangaroo with a tank. They said they won't let me do it. Someone else called and asked for me, but I could at least drive a tank and shoot it.
That sounds horrible. Why would you want to shoot wildlife with a tank?
Oh, it's fucking rad to shoot a tank. I guess I could just shoot it at nothing. You could buy a tank, dude. Price upon request. It's gotta be expensive, but it's a Leopard 1A5 main battle tank. Look at this.
We got some effed up states in our country, but man, yours is one of the worst ones.
Apparently, you can't drive it on like roads, but you can own a tank. So I could just park it outside the apartment complex and be like, "Fix my water, bitch," and they'll
just fill up 5 or 6 parking spaces out by your nearby neighborhood Walgreens.
Yeah, just
drive it to the store to get your second bottle of ibuprofen that you didn't really need, but hey, you know what? Maybe you'll probably use it.
Yeah,
it's still got about 100 pills.
Yeah,
left.
The turret has to be disarmed, unfortunately.
Okay, I don't. Get rid of this. Get rid of the own a tank thing. Fine.
Okay.
You're a committed man, and I see that the attempt at mercy that I'm willing to toss to you is not something you're going to jump for. So why don't you just show me what I need to be reading? Because you told me you wanted me to read something.
Here's a quintessential Dave page that someone's got. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we could read this page. I know I've already read it, but this is apparently.
Can I do this one? You just got like a notification for one of your rewards. Can I say it?
Yeah. What is it?
Pengel?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, you've done it.
Hell yeah.
Hella.
Ooh, that was kind of cool.
Isn't it? So I've linked you the page.
You linked me the page. Okay.
Just scroll down to Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologist.
Okay, too many words. Hold on.
Hold on. Open the pester log. A lot of this is just two people having a conversation via chat client.
Okay.
Which is an unfortunate way of having any sort of conversation or plot brought to anyone's attention.
Okay, so I'm on the page now. I'm on page 204. What am I looking for here?
So click open pester log.
Okay.
All right, and now scroll down to Turntech Godhead.
Turntech God began pestering ectobiologists.
So I'll read the red bits and you read the blue bits.
Okay, who am I reading?
So this is John Egbert. He's a character I was talking about earlier. There's no main character in this story, which is one of the most infuriating parts. You'd expect that, hey, maybe there'd be a main character at some point, but there's not. It's there's like 50 fuckers and you have to care about them all and know what they're all up to and why they're doing what they're doing. And then chat will bully me if I get it wrong.
Okay.
Like, honestly, real talk, decent story just needs an editor.
I mean, most do.
That's the main
do.
problem I have with it. So anyway, you're reading the part of John Egbert and I'm reading the part of Dave. Dave is the guy that chat says that I'm like.
What's my motivation here? What am I supposed to sound like? Am
It's
I a
your
nerdy type or macho type?
he's super macho. He's like a super manly man.
Are you lying to me, or is he actually a super manly man?
I'm lying to you.
You're lying to me.
He's a
That's
nerd.
what I thought. I can hear it in your voice every time. And next time you'll sit in the corner, facing the corner, when you do that to me. That's right. Okay, so he's a buck-toothed nerd.
Yeah, like if you scroll up, you can see him. He's this guy.
Oh, is he the one at the computer?
Yeah, he's that guy.
Very macho, very buff.
Yeah,
very Chad.
He's got like a weird infatuation with Con Air and really bad movies.
Oh, who doesn't? Wait, bad movies? I see Ghostbusters back there.
Well, it's Ghostbusters 2.
Oh. Well, I can't remember how good that one was. So.
But so he got the bunny from Con Air as a gift for his 13th birthday from his friend. The bunny goes through time multiple times, and Con Air weirdly becomes a very important way of understanding how time works.
Okay.
Anyway, that's not relevant right now.
That is not relevant. Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciated my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beatery sort of way, I just hope that you appreciate how many no-talent douches I had their mitts on that bunny before you. It was like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you?
Oh, man. The bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburban, and it's kind of a nightmare. Kiki's breaking everything in my house.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of the flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether.
Now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house.
Oh, man. How big is it?
I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us some sense of scale, like they mean anything to us. But it really doesn't matter. It's always like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? Is it the size of Texas, sir? Oh shit. Or how big is it? Is it the size of New York, sir? Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Well, yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. It's pretty big. I've got a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by the planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyways, later. So that's the guy
that spoke like that a while back. You know, when I was younger.
Are you talking about me?
No, not you. Not you. I mean, you do. I kind of see why people are making the comparison between you and him. But,
yeah. So anyway, that was page 204. A bunch of things happened, and now we're on page 5,955.
5,955. Okay.
So if you just change the 204 to 5955.
Okay.
I'm going to just finish off this page real quick because I was like halfway done with it, and then...
You do you.
Okay.
Do you. Mm-hmm.
So this is Sullix having a conversation with John after John's like grown a bit older, died once, came back and became a god. And Sullix died, but then someone put his soul... I'm still trying to figure this one out. He put his soul in a... You're supposed to have like a Navi, like from Zelda. Right?
Right, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I read what you're saying in chat.
You're not.
Okay.
Delete that.
Okay,
so I'm not doing anything. Go ahead.
Anyway, so you're supposed to have some like helper character, and you're supposed to make it yourself. And depending on what junk you throw into it, depends on what weapons your enemies get. So like someone threw a gun in there, and so now all the enemies have guns. That kind of thing. Or they gain traits based on that. So anyway, someone did that to his corpse because he died because he used his psychic powers to launch them through hyperspace or whatever. And so now he's alive again because that's how that works, I guess.
Cool. That sounds
a lot of this
really good.
A lot of Homestuck is just me going, all right then.
We've all read stories like that. We've all just tried to help with the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, you just kind of roll with some shit that Homestuck does. And then what's infuriating is there's bits of this that are just stupid. And you're like, this doesn't matter. There's no way that this matters. And then 1,000 pages on, you're like, oh my God. Oh my God, that fucking mattered. That was foreshadowing. And it's like some inane conversation about like gushers or something.
Okay. Yeah, cool. That's baller.
All right. Do you have me muted?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
So let's see, where was I? So now they're pirates trying to find the weapon that will kill the big bad guy, and they're just roaming around in the universe trying not to get killed. But the maps they have are all black because it's like empty space at the edges of nothing. And the only way they can figure out any sort of reference point on where they need to be is by having him destroy bits of the universe, and then there's like cracks in reality, and that shows up on the map. I need to remod Luigi guy. Oh, whoops. No, he's modded. It says he's modded. It still says he's a mod on my screen. Do I need to unmod, remod? There we go.
Would you like me to? Do you want me to release you, Luigi guy? Oh no.
Okay.
Then
I unmodded and remodded. He should be good now.
I tried.
So you just called them copies, which you can't even. This is Vriska speaking, whom I hate. They're all real. Shit. You don't even like Eridan, but here I am sticking up for his copies. See, you just called them copies, which you can't even accidentally avoid using a problematic slur, which reveals that no matter what you believe about your morals, deep down you're always going to be favoring the original while viewing all the other duplicates as lesser value. Oh, whatever. Just whatever. Rationalize your collateral damage to your army all you want. And to think, before I joined your party, I heard rumors that you might have changed, like learned to be a better person or something. Yeah, right. Oh, please. I hardly think that I'm as bad of a person for failing to give a shit about a billion meaningless Nepetas. Do you? No, you're not a bad person for that particular reason. Wait, am I serious? What am I seriously supposed to do? Fly around and befriend each one individually? Sorry, I have better things to do with my time. Let's try and be at least somewhat practical here. I've met most of those Nepetas, and they're all very nice. Oh, shut up. So Nepeta is another character. She's like a cat girl. Anyway, they're talking about how in all the different timelines that they all die.
Oh, okay.
And they can go between the different timelines because this comic is a fuck. And so they're hanging out with past, future, dead versions, alive versions, successful versions, and other alternate versions of themselves. This doesn't hurt the time continuum at all. It's not like one of those stories. It's just weird. So
why do I keep seeing the number 8 here?
Oh,
I've had 2 hours of sleep, and I really feel like it's messing with my brain. Is that a thing that's supposed to be there, or?
Yeah, so all of the characters have like a typing quirk, which is pretty well. All the trolls do. They type in their blood color, and in addition, whatever their like thing is, they type in that way.
Okay. That
So-
makes more sense. I thought I was actually going nuts because all I kept seeing were 8s, and you never like mentioned it once.
Sorry, I was trying to like give you the brief version, but yeah,
it's cool. It's cool.
Trolls,
I get it.
Trolls do that. Vriska's thing is 8s, which becomes really infuriating. There's a bit where 8 is sometimes a B, but it's also sometimes just read as 8. So they had literally written out 88 in the last page, but that was supposed to be bait. You just kind of have to roll with this comic.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
So do you want to read John since you already know who he is?
Sure.
He's the nerd guy, but he kind of got his shit together a bit, and he's had like introspective moments, and his dad died, and then his grandmother died again. And
Grandma died twice?
Yeah, no, people do that.
Timelines.
Well, she died, then she got put into his like sprite thing that's supposed to help him and give him advice. And
wish
then
you would have just lied to me and said timelines. I really wish you would have just lied to me.
she died several times unrelated to that. When is Hootie going to take the extended Zodiac? Not yet. No, we have to get him in this first. Okay?
Okay.
Everyone has... Okay, so, like, I'm an Aquarius. Okay?
You're like your sign? Or
Yeah. That's... So trolls use that as a thing. You'll notice that they'll all have, like, different things. Aquarius makes you, like, a sea-dwelling person, which makes you a, like, Ben Shapiro prick. Okay?
oh boy.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes. Iridan is the person they're talking about. And I said Harry Potter but a school shooter, I think was my reference to him. Like, he's awful.
Okay.
Like, just an awful creature. There's also your class, which is like an RPG class, but also your aspect. So John is the something or other of air. I should know this by now. Does anyone remember? Air of breath. That was it. And so that's like what your abilities are. So that means that he can fly because he has wind powers. You okay, Hoots?
I'm good. I'm fine. A little dizzy now, but I'm fine.
Okay.
Um,
So, page 5,956. If you find this frustrating, I've been doing this for like a year, okay? So just...
I thought you said 2 years.
It's like, it's gonna be 2 years by the next time the charity thing rolls around.
Like, I think I think I have, like, I'm pretty sure at one point I commended you for your tenacity when it came to this, but I'm not so sure that it was a good idea for me to praise you in this sense. I feel like that might have been a mistake.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
one
sure
of
that-
those things that it's like complimenting your friend on their ability to drink beer. You know? Like, wow,
Yeah.
you sure drank a lot without vomiting. That's cool. And then they
This
go, I can
probably was-
drink. That's one of those.
I can. I probably should have just clapped you on the back and went, "Don't do that." But okay. And
Okay.
what about all those ships up ahead? Are they part of the treasure hunt too?
Of course, that's my army. Cough. I mean, our army, but like on boats.
Isn't an army on boats usually called a navy?
John, help me out. I seem to be having some trouble remembering which one of us is the captain. Was it the dork in the blue pajamas, or was it the veteran sailor in the rad captain's coat? That's right. It was the captain was me. And I say it's an army that happens to be a bunch of boats. Do you want to be any of these other characters as well? Because I think we're going to be hanging out with them for a bit.
Sure. Most of these folks look like they either are completely high or otherwise, based off of how it's written. Or what is this, like the reverse of camel case or something?
Yeah,
Like,
that's his thing. He simps for Vriska really hard, and all it really got him was both of his legs broken. Because she used her mind powers to make him jump off a cliff. Because he wasn't LARPing good enough.
What have you been doing for 2 years, Rev? What the fuck? All right, which one do you want me to be? Tavros?
Tavros, like I said, kind of simps for Vriska. He's starting to get his shit together, but he's still like very closeted and has had no friends aside from her, and it's like a weirdly abusive relationship. I don't know what that voice
Why-
is, but go for it. He's also a huge Rufio fan.
Rufio. I mean, I can relate. What? Why? What's with the with the parentheses?
They're
Is
whispering.
this thinking. They're Oh, okay. They're whispering. All right. I was gonna yell at first, so I'm glad you told me that. So
Yeah.
it's more like, oh, damn, he got smoked. Wow, so smoked. I mean, did you catch those sick fires?
No, but for real, it's pretty much just the Navy. Just saying. Also, her thing is fish puns, so that's why it's real.
Fish puns.
Yeah.
I finally feel like I can identify with a character here.
Yes. She
Who's
only
in
says
the army?
puns. Thousands of ghosts, primarily of those of old friends and acquaintances. So they're all dead. And they're also characters that we know about and are aware of their existence of.
What the heck?
Yeah, there's no main character, dude. I've been reading a 5,000 or 8,000 page thing that has no main character. Like, it's really hard to keep track of. I know who all of these characters are, and I hate half of them.
So, okay, hold up.
Right.
And I hate to break away from the story, even though we just finally seem to be getting into
Right.
characters. But I have a question.
Sure.
So, one would normally say that yes, you can have a story without having a typical protagonist or perhaps even a main character.
Right.
But I tend to follow very traditional classical lines when it comes to how literature is basically considered. Do you not feel like you've just been reading a big dream journal, just fever dream shit? Because that's kind of the feeling I get just trying to glean over a lot of this text.
Part of it is you're jumping in halfway when they're like, I did my best to explain it. There is a through line. This does make sense, but it's sort of like trying to explain Star Wars or Star Trek, like an especially heady episode of Star Trek, while really drunk.
I see.
There's a through line here. It does make sense. Like, I know exactly what's going. I have an approximation of what's going on right now. She is using her mind control powers, which I mentioned previously, to control the ghosts of her dead friends, acquaintances, and random people that she happened to run into, and alternate versions from different timelines of those ghosts in order to have a military, in order to take on the big bad.
All right.
Homestuck is constantly saying, it'll make sense later, I promise. And being right every time, but the farther you go, the less that's true, but the more it's true.
That doesn't make any sense.
It'll make sense later. Don't worry about it.
You just said. It's your line to start.
We've amassed a coalition of eager volunteers ready to lay down their ghost lives for a worthy cause.
You mean fighting Lord... Who's Lord English?
He's the big bad guy.
He's... Okay. All right. That's all I need to know. I don't care. You mean fighting Lord English?
When we're ready for that, yes, but we need to find the treasure first, which is like the super weapon that'll kill this guy, apparently. There's a couple of different teams, groups of people going out and trying to figure out their own way of defeating this guy. This is what Vriska's team is doing, is trying to find this super weapon.
Okay.
So now they're sailing well ahead of us in large numbers to attract his attention, so he can do more damage to the ring and fill out the rest of the maps. We should be very grateful for their bravery. They're all making a noble sacrifice for all of us.
Bravery, yeah, right. I'm mostly sure she's mind controlling them.
God damn it, Tavros. We don't need your play-by-play and commentary on everything.
Wait, you're mind controlling all these ghosts?
No, well, not all of them. Once you group enough together, others tend to latch on to the mob out of curiosity. We trolls have a way of clustering together naturally. You have to understand, John, most of these people are pretty self-absorbed, and they need a bit of persuasion in order to join a cause. Word.
Yeah, but isn't that still kind of dickish?
Also, sometimes they say, like, really not good words. Skip those. You'll know them when you see them. I haven't seen one in a while. I've been doing that the whole time.
Got it.
He wrote it when he was younger, and he grew up throughout reading or writing this, and so like,
just how it works sometimes.
Yeah,
yes.
like early internet's kind of word usage. Anyway, but all these stubborn jackasses are going to double die anyway if we don't all work together to kill this guy. This is war, John, and in times of war, difficult decisions have to be made with the lives of many. Just think of me as a general giving orders to my troops. It just happens that those orders are a little bit more direct in this case. Hey, Secret Deuce.
What?
Deuce? Let's not lose track of who's actually in charge of this shit, okay? Yeah. All hail her Empress, teen condescension, and her fresh new face of tyranny, Supreme Admiral Pexies. At this time, I would like to motion for a 15-minute bowing break so we may demonstrate our reverence to the bold, spunky leader. Yes, Tavros, stop bowing. That was a joke. No, keep doing that. Lower, Swabby, lower. Face on the fucking deck. Yes, just like that. Perfect.
Why is break written 8R, 8K? Is that leet speak mixed in with the 8 stuff?
No, there's a different character that does leet speak, and chat was really confused because I'm super dyslexic, but I can read leet speak fluently. And they're like, the fuck is happening? That was really funny. But no, she just talks like that. I've read enough of her dialogue to understand what the fuck she's talking about.
Cool. How do you mind control so many ghosts at once? Isn't that kind of hard?
Well, I do have a little help. John, didn't I mention my ancestor? She's the best.
She is?
I must admit, I was not in favor of the idea at first, but Vriska made a very strong... So this is a different character now. Arena, who is not Vriska, but her ancestor, which is the closest thing that I have to, like, parents, but they don't actually have anything to do with their lives. And it's just sort of like, you... Because, like, it's kind of... Because of the way they procreate, they don't, like, meet anyone they're related to ever.
Uh-huh.
So... Again, you have a Lussus, which is just like a wild animal that's just sort of loosed in your house when you're a baby, and it takes care of you.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Explain the scratch? Absolutely not. It's not relevant at all. It's very relevant to the story. It's not relevant to what Hootie's reading. Honestly, a lot of this, if you don't understand it, it's kind of whatever. Because chat will tell you what the hell is happening anyway. I try not to do that. But when Mike was here reading, he was like, the fuck did I just read? And I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. You're doing great. I must admit, I wasn't in favor of the idea at first, but Vriska made a very strong case for using the combined powers in this way. In perfect reality, no one would have to get hurt, but the stakes are too high to be shying away from such measures. See what I mean? The best.
Where the hell am I?
It's been a wonderful spending so much time on this adventure with my descendant. Not just because it's helped me get to know her better, but because it's opening my eyes to new things about myself that I was never really in touch with. There was a certain capabilities within me that I'd never quite been able to face, and she helped me realize that I've been hiding from them my whole life, and well beyond. It may be true what they used to say to the world, that if you really want to know who they are, look at the legacy left behind by your ancestor. I think that wisdom works in both directions. Well put, Marquise. I've always felt the same way. Puke, oh my glub, the secret twins are being adorable again. Nitram, get your mop ready for swabbing up all the vomit coming out of my mouth.
What the fuck?
What? What part of that did not make sense?
What do you mean, what part of that did not make sense?
I'm in too deep. I don't even know what real English looks like anymore, man. What's the question?
No, it's whatever. I said the line. Now it's your line.
Okay. Can you two stick a fork in the sentimental carp? Maybe pretend you ain't hitting off so good? Or even you ever stop to think about how this might make me feel? There's no reason to be jealous, Mina. You just need to know that nothing has changed about our friendship. Jealous? Bitch, no. Just makes me think about my cool descendant and how instead of having a cool frenzy relationship with her, I got this uncontrollable urge to stab her to death so she won't threaten my supremacy, which is a shame because she's so cute. Grumpy face. God damn the royal bloodline and the cray junk that makes me have to do. Ah, well. Maybe someday I'll find an heiress who my genes won't instinctively make me want to murder on sight. Then I can teach her the bad ways of being a boss and shit.
God, trolls are so weird.
See, I didn't change his
Yeah.
voice, the
Yeah.
internal, because your internal tends to not change as much
I see.
as your external.
I
usually
appreciate you
does.
getting into character. Hi, Ima. Happy 413,
went
Ima.
to-
I tried to explain.
to-
I tried to explain this to Hootie, and he said, "What?" I wasn't gonna have anyone get on, but like getting Hootie in on this is like kind of a rare thing. Also, I frustrated him with the cheesecake stuff. Ima knows about Homestuck. Ima's a Homestuck. Sorry for saying mean things about you, like saying you're a Homestuck, Ima, but it's true. You're a Homestuck.
Help.
I mean, at this point, we could bring Ima in, and she could try and explain this shit. Ima, do you want to get in here and try and explain Homestuck to Hootie?
I'm not. I'm sure she has a depth and breadth of knowledge.
She understands what's going
would
on.
Be helpful in this. I don't know how much it's going to actually help. But
Okay, I need to figure out how to add someone to a call on Discord, so this will take a minute. How do you do that?
just add people.
Okay. Create group DM. All right, and
Bloop.
it's calling her now. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Ima.
Hi.
Like I said,
Hello.
I was gonna just do the 413 by myself, but then Hootie was around, and he said he would read it with me, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
So this is a mean thing that he's doing to me. I've had 2 hours of sleep, and I'm trying my hardest to actually figure out what the hell he's talking about.
Can you
I don't know if I can.
can you explain Homestuck in a cohesive, interesting, and easy to digest way?
Sure. Okay, Hootie, hold on.
All right.
Let me tell you about Homestuck.
Oh god.
So the easiest way to describe it is kids having fun, kids doing fun things, get sucked into video game is world ender. Other worlds are also playing video game. Also fucked up. Everyone fucked up. And they all have to solve it together.
That actually makes sense.
How
Why
did
did you fucking say that,
I
Colin?
said it's Jumanji, but video games.
Yeah, it's basically Jumanji but video games. That's a good way of putting it too.
Jumanji with video games.
It's Jumanji with video games, as in the video game is the Jumanji
Yeah.
board.
And trolls are real,
Okay.
but also problems.
Okay. I feel like I at least have like a horizon now to walk toward.
And so the big bad is named Lord English. He's multi-dimensional asshole. I don't really know how to explain what the fuck he's doing.
Is it irony?
omniscient.
What?
Is it irony that he's called Lord English because this is a crime against most literature and how stories work, or is it just his name is English?
I think it's I think I know where it's going, but I haven't got to that part yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pool reference actually. That's a good point. Hootie's a bit too
Yeah.
loud. I'm trying to balance the levels. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best.
I'm afraid I can't contain my anger anymore, so it's just gonna have to come out.
Yeah, so there's this whole bit where he was made with a puppet and a pool ball, like the cue ball.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there's also Ima's seen the chart. Ima's been on Homestuck reading with me before. I showed it to
Yes.
Hootie. He has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Has the chart expanded?
No, I kind of just gave up on adding to it after we just got to Act 6, Intermission 5. And so it's just like, fucking, whatever at this point. Like,
Apparently just March Eridan was just the peak of the chart. And you couldn't add anything else to it. That's it.
I don't know what else to... I don't know what to add to it. I don't know how to have a chart that helps me understand this anymore. I feel like I just sort of intuitively understand things now. Like I'm in too deep.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm very. Do they have arms, or is this just the art style that
it's
they don't have?
so
It's an art style.
this specific art style they don't have arms, but in other art styles they will.
I feel like in most stories I don't have to ask whether or not characters have arms. But staring at this, just going like, I should probably at least ask.
No, that's fair.
Way in the beginning, they had a joke about that because the characters didn't have arms, so they were like, retrieve arms. It's like, you already have arms, but it's not shown, so now you have fake arms.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How are the audio levels now? Did I fix it?
Audio levels are now at tell Hootie to take his blood medication so he stops spouting off and like foaming. the mouth.
Okay, so I'm using the unofficial Homestuck reader, but I just linked Hootie, the Homestuck thing itself. Do I still have that? We're at page 5,958. Here's a completely unrelated page.
Thank you. I'll just type in the number.
Here's a completely unrelated page, by the way.
Well, I was like, they keep saying that I'm Dave, so how do I explain Dave to Hootie? And then they gave me that page to read, which was
Right.
an okay Dave page.
All right.
So you want to be Tavros and John, Hootie.
Okay.
And then
All right.
I can be both Vriska and Arena, and then you can be Mina. Ima?
Sure.
Okay. Scene.
John just said trolls are weird. He said it quietly, but I heard him. Hey, you snitch.
Yeah, but aren't we?
Uh.
Well, the story is Blue Kid is a dumb nerd, but is right when he says stuff. Look at it like it's me and him are becoming fast friends, thus lulling him into a sense of false confidence already.
What?
Soon, my little whale. Soon.
It's true. To a human, the ways of troll of both Eternia and before us will seem strange. Those are planets they're from. And in fact, prior to the uniting of in Afterlife, even two groups of trolls who were reasonably alien to one another. I've had a great deal of time to study the cultures of many species throughout Paradox Space. No matter which race you belong, one can always find another whose ideal pose a challenge to comprehension to even the most open-minded. And though ethical standards of those from Alternia seem palatable, the rest of you assured that there are beings elsewhere in the cosmos whose violent behavior would be considered an extreme even to most trolls. Actually, John, I'm very glad you brought this up, because I was actually in the middle of a wonderful story about this very subject in which you interrupted when we boarded our ship.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm really quite pleased that you did. This way I get to start over from the beginning. Oh, good. Exposition dump.
By the beginning, does it mean we go back to page 1?
No, God, no.
Or...
They're not that bad, but...
Okay.
There are some rough passages in my original telling, which I can go back and fix. This time, I will be much better.
Okay.
It's a tale about
story about?
It's a tale about a very mysterious alien race called cherubs. Let's begin. Once upon a time...
World's building.
There is a very mysterious alien race called cherubs.
Renee, I thought you said you'd fix the shitty parts of the story. You started with that crappy line the first time, too.
The opening line is fine.
It's alright, I guess. Not.
Oh, shut up and let me tell my story. Now, where was I?
There was a very mysterious alien race called cherubs.
Right. And there's this very mysterious alien race called cherubs. But there was one cherub in particular who had, for at least the first half of our story, will be our heroine. She spent eons roaming the galaxy completely alone, but the time had come for her to find a mate. This was no small task for a cherub, being an asocial species. They spend virtually no time in each other's presence at all, aside from when it comes time to mate. They go their entire lives without encountering another, so they scatter their numbers throughout space, each staking a territory spanning many light years. People are adding me. You should call Mike. Mike just got done doing like a 5-hour stream. He's probably tired. If Mike is around, he's more than happy to join us, or willing, whatever. He can come. He can be here too. But like a predator is able to track the scent of another prey, a cherub can sense the presence of another nearby. This sense is especially strong if that cherub shares the same qualities its other half once had long ago, before it experienced the maturation process known as predomination. Oh, I love that Hootie's here for this because I don't even fucking understand what the hell is going on right now. You see, when a cherub hatches, it would appear that only one creature has begun its life. The appearance is not to be trusted. The young cherub actually consists of two completely distinct beings, a male and a female, each sharing one body. Two halves empowered with polar opposite predispositions as well. One predisposed towards malevolence, another towards benevolence. Good or evil, if you prefer to deal in simplistic terms, or at least which are convenient for the sake of the story. I prefer to view the dichotomy as more of an immoral alignment that takes an attribute like that dictates the choices a character makes in certain types of games I used to play. The male and female halves can be aligned either way, as long as they differ from each other. The resulting conflict between the two personalities is central to the life of a cherub, both before and after predomination. Shortly after hatching, the two halves begin vacillating, taking turns through controlling the body. It's only in physical differentiations between the two, which is the coloration of the cheek swirls, which indicates the alignment, which there is otherwise no way to tell the male and female apart before the cherub predominates. The vacillation process demarcates by sleep, which the male goes to sleep. You all right, Hoots?
I'm fine.
Again, the
It's
female.
starting to hurt a little, but fine.
This is actually relevant because the big bad used to be a cherub, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then turned into Lord English. And the male evil half of that cherub survived. This is basically here to explain that thing that happened 1,000 pages ago, I think. Demarcated by sleep. When the male goes to sleep, the female wakes up. And when the male wakes up, the female sleeps. And it goes back and forth like this as the two identities vie for dominance over the other and ultimately permanently control over the body. They grow to detest one another and view a social interaction centered entirely around animosity and confrontation. For good cherubs, this readies them for a long life of isolation, as they will prefer to avoid some sort of conflict when it comes with interaction with the others who have been conditioned to understand it. But the evil ones, the contentious upbringing only serves to fuel their inclinations to harm others. And though this duality makes for a tormented childhood, the inner conflict it creates is extremely important to the part of the young cherub's life. Thus, the defining part, actually, it is the struggle that the cherub must overcome to mature, and process culminates in predomination. You getting this, Hoots?
Absorbing every little bit of it. You
Okay.
just keep rocking the mic.
Cool.
Yep.
One half will prove to be stronger than, and I honestly did not expect to be reading the longest bit here, but unfortunately, lore is happening. One half will prove to have a stronger will than the other, and the less dominant half will weaken over time, and it will eventually become clear that that one will not survive. The dominant personality then will consume the other, integrating it in which way is the only way that's left. The cheeks will become solidly colored, and the cherub will grow to maturity as a single being, endowed with the alignment of the dominant half, with his or her personal qualities as the forefront of the union. In the case of our heroine, she was the good half, and on the day of her predomination was, in a sense, the day that her brother died. Those to benefit and her benefit and personal growth, because of this loss, she would always live in a sense that something was missing. Every sexually mature cherub lives with this feeling. It drives them to seek out another cherub of the similar half that they lost, the part of their being which they grew up with perpetual conflict with. The desire to travel with the universe in hopes of igniting that conflict is an important part of the species, which force is the force which compels them to procreate. And so she set out with the track of his scent, as it were, and soon she left a physical trail as well, a path of carnage left behind by a particularly destructive male cherub. She followed the debris from a civilized world and star systems he left behind, as if to mock her, to make her clear that he knew of her pursuit all but paving her way with the dead. Sorry, my brain stopped working for a minute there. His brutality made her even more furious, thus setting the mood, so to speak, for their imminent courtship. Can it be someone else speaking? Nope. The cherub of this alignment seemed motivated by little other than to conquer and destroy. From a bioexistential perspective, they behave in what somewhat like viruses attacking a system from within. They're all symbiotic organisms living within the universe. There are balancing factors. Oh! These are them? These are the guys?
These are the people that paid $10,000 to have their fan troll in the comic, correct?
There they are. The two fan trolls.
What?
Yeah.
That's right. It was a Kickstarter thing for the video game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
For Hive Swap.
Right, which I have read.
Brand.
Yeah.
They paid $10,000, and there they are. There are their characters. It's extremely important. They'll be very important characters later on, I've been told. So just get used to them now. This is the first time we're introduced to them, Hootie. So just get to remembering their faces.
I will. Yeah.
While inhibiting the evil cherub's territory, will regard it as an unpredictable tyrant those in the territory of a good cherub will likely come to view it as a protector, waiting quietly for millennia in deep space, ready to attack any encroaching threat. In that sense, it's not unlike the cells in a universal immune system. The balance of the forces allow the stability such that the life in these civilizations can blossom and thrive within a universe, thus assuring the possibility they're dead now, of their own elaborate procreation process. But if that balance was ever disturbed, it would lead to the chaos that in that biosystem. What do you think, Hootie?
I could have done a lot more with $20,000.
Well, they both spent
Like a
10
lot
grand.
more.
Yeah.
Not $20,000. each.
Yes, I get you. I'm just saying those dollary dues could have been.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
They really liked Homestuck.
yeah.
I really hope that it was included in the description of going like, yeah, you get your fan troll in here. Also, I killed him in the next panel or something like that.
No, I feel like this is incredibly on brand for Hussey to do exactly this shit. And I think anyone who do this, yeah, no one took Hussey up on the 100,000 tier to make their character last longer than a page. Okay, cool. So they knew that they were going to only live for one day or one page.
I see. You'd have to pay way more for them to survive past
1
page.
million was your fan troll as the most important character in Homestuck. Jesus
Yup.
fuck.
Well, shoot, everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew what they were signing up for. I think that they were well aware of. They've read almost 6,000 pages of Hussey's nonsense. If they weren't aware that he was going to do exactly this to them, they should have. Yeah. The donation to survive was literally impossible because the limit to donate to the Patreon was 10,000.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that a lot.
Someone would have
You
done
want
a
to know
million.
how many pages you will be continuing to read without anyone else reading?
Yeah, I don't know
like
what
to have
page this ends. Yeah, what page does this end?
Like 9 pages more.
Oh, you mean that? Okay. The universe could not
Yes.
survive for long, by which the cherub would, with such destructive. 9 pages. Why are you guys here?
Why? I mean, I came here because you told me I had to come read Homestuck with you.
I asked you if you
and
wanted
I am
to.
too nice of a person to say no.
I said you
And-
should because it would be fun. Because you liked our
And
podcast
You're my
like thing we
friend,
did.
and when people say things like that to me, I go like, "Oh, absolutely! How can I scrape my time and make sure that I can make this happen for you? Because I
Aw.
appreciate you."
I appreciate you too, Hootie. That's why I'm forcing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read those 9 pages now, boy.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
We could take
we're not getting any
turns.
younger.
We could take turns. The
You want
results.
to take turns?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
read this one.
Let's take turns.
All right, Hootie's next, then Ima.
Okay.
The resulting imbalance would be catastrophic for the paradox space itself. And though the heroine of our story could have no way of knowing it, this is exactly what would result from the pursuit of her Christmases. This is that Christmas thing that I said, but I said it wrong, and I called it Christmas rather than Kissmas.
Christmas.
That's the Gary Ash.
Yes, it's hate fuck is the best term.
Yeah.
Hate fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
This is your Patriots.
Like humans, cherubs perceive romance through only one quadrant. Unlike humans, their relationships are exclusively black.
Yeah,
But
so
their mating rich. Oh my god, the eights that constantly go back and
Yeah.
forth between meaning 8 or being a B is really messing with me.
yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
But their mating ritual is much more violent than any practice trolls would, or even physically could engage in. And though it is critical to the perpetuation of their race, the confrontations can sometimes be lethal to one or both cherubs. Regardless of the outcome, the stakes are always high. The winner of the duel will assume control of the other's territory, while the loser will slink away to bear the offspring. So as she toured the planetary wreckage, she knew her quest for a mate was not just about the propagation of her species, but the liberation of billions from a monster. She pursued him for many sweeps with mounting obsession, until one day the trail came to an end at a black hole. Cherubs typically seek out black holes as the setting for their mating ritual. But not any black hole, no. Once long ago, it was a star, and circling that star was a planet. That planet was home to one of the presently sparring cherubs. The male in this case returned to the site of his hatching to mate, a location now conspicuously occupied by a truly massive black hole. This was where she found him, and this was where they would duel.
While an adult cherub is a fearsome creature and would be a formidable opponent to anyone in its unaltered state, this is not the forum in which they do battles with each other. The ritual is more extreme and physically demanding than any other kind of courtship or duel in the universe. The moment they meet, they will both undergo a dramatic metamorphosis.
I love that Hootie got the exceptionally long page.
That's how it is, I guess.
Do you want me to continue?
No, I'm good. The mates will
Okay.
then duel as two vast, frightening serpents, each an astronomical unit in length.
Oh, looks like they're kissing. Now kiss. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're
The
good.
tangled struggle between the green house? Aus? Wait. Am I going crazy? 2 hours of sleep. Am I reading that right? AUS?
Yeah.
Tangled struggle between the greenhouse is exceedingly brutal and can last for sweeps. While dueling in such a monstrous form, their energy is inexhaustible. The transformation taps into the cherub's latent connection with the enigmatic forces presiding over all that is eternal, and permeating all those endowed with immortality. Normally, this power is only accessible to them during mating. In this form, they are only able to be injured by one another, and are otherwise indestructible. Hence, the ritual can never be stopped by an outside force until it is complete. Fuck am I reading? Okay.
But here, so this, I think this is really neat that you're here because it's showing off that the art is really good. Like, the art is cool as fuck for this. But simultaneously, this is the way he delivers some, like, major exposition where it's just like, here's something, memorize it, and internalize this. It will be relevant for the rest of the comic.
Yes, but
and
in my head, I'm like, what the fuck am I reading?
Right.
I don't get it.
It should come as no surprise that in this story, our heroine was victorious. Upon defeating her mate, she initiated the interlocking formation to complete the coupling while assuming the dominant position, a stance undetectable to all but the most astute observers of the zoologically dubious. Consequentially, the male was fertilized with the young.
He then slithered away in disgrace from the territory he had lost. A cherub looking for to nest will search for a dead planet suited near near a massive dying star. The egg is deposited on the planet's surface, and the rising temperature from the expanding red giant will incubate. You like that? Incubate the egg until it's ready to hatch. Later in life, the cherub will grow wings, assuming it has matured properly, and will learn to fly well enough to reach a safe distance from the nest before the star goes supernova. Soon, the hungry cherub will return to the feast on the resulting stellar energy. Doing so allows it to gain enough strength to travel great distances and claim its own territory. The star will then collapse into a black hole, serving as a distinct gravitational beacon to the cherubs later in life, so it may return there to mate.
Why is your chat spamming mpreg pixel?
Yeah, so back at my chart, let me bring it up. Was that on the first chart? That was on the first chart, right? I don't remember why impreg pixel happened, but there's just a bit of my chart that says impreg pixel, and then there's a line pointing to it. It's down here. Yeah, there it is. Right near Sex God Mr. Bucket. There it is. There's the impreg pixel. It's actually like 2 or 3 pixels. Oh, the baby is you. Right. We're not making Hootie watch The Baby Is You.
Aww.
No. I want to be friends with him. He was my best man. I'm not doing that to him.
What is the baby?
But
No,
I'm
no,
not
Hootie,
gonna
no!
Baby and the baby is you.
No, Hootie, no.
Homestuck, The Baby Is You animated?
No,
Homestuck,
Hootie,
The
no.
Baby Is
Don't
You
do no,
animated.
Hootie, no.
Do you
Hootie,
like
no.
Rock operas, Hootie.
Hootie, no.
Wait, why does it say Toby Fox on
Toby
it?
Fox made it.
Toby Fox did the
Legitimately.
music for Homestuck. That's where he got his start.
I got a lot of people in chat that are saying my name, which is usually a thing that tells me I'm doing the wrong
Hootie,
thing.
I am
no,
willing
some
to
of them are
fuck
saying
with
yes.
you when it's funny, but do not watch The Baby Is You. I have too much respect for you. Understand all of the shit I've ever done to you and understand where that must be coming from.
If I remember correctly, Toby got banned from the Homestuck forums for making the baby is you.
It's a solo album composed for Homestuck by Toby Fox. It is about the character Dave giving birth to John. I'm on his fan. Was composed in response to a Homestuck forum's art forum rule that condemned posting artwork with pregnant children. I don't like this, and you're right. I'm going to not do that.
Yeah. Interesting facts. I think was it The Baby Is You was later used in a Pokemon game that Toby Fox got the ability to.
Yes, it was. The melody for it was in the tower for Sword and Shield.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Battle
As it
Tower.
happens,
As
our
you do.
heroine's mate discovered Earth long after it had journeyed to a new sun.
Wait, no,
and
yeah,
long
we haven't.
since-
I haven't read my bit yet. Hold up.
You haven't?
Wait.
I thought you
No,
already
no, I
had.
did. Never mind.
No.
Go ahead.
Did you?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it was the incubate part that.
Real quick,
jumps down.
can you pull up my stream? I want to show you something.
Yes, I have your stream open. And I've had
Okay.
it open this entire time.
Okay,
Too
can you
monitored.
turn on the audio real quick?
Okay. My stream delay's really long. God damn it.
As it happens, our heroine's mate discovered Earth long after it had journeyed to a new sun and long since new civilizations had risen and fallen. Now on the brink of destruction from its dying star, its barren accommodations were ideal for a young cherub. There he deposited his single egg and flew away, never to return. No cherub ever spawns more than one offspring at a time, for it is every cherub's destiny to grow up alone. Or alone on the outside, at least.
Oh god, this page with the flashing.
Yeah, lots of
Mhm.
flashing.
Ooh. From the egg that hatched one very special cherub with 2 names. one that few will ever know, and one that few should ever say. A fascinating thing about cherub reproduction is how the parent's alignment is passed on to the young. If the male lays the egg, the alignments of the child will have two halves. Of the child's two halves will be the same as the parents. If the female lays the egg, the alignments will be flipped, and the young male and female halves will be endowed with the opposite alignments of the parents. As such, the male half took after his father. Perhaps the son even exceeded him in violent tendencies. It's hard to imagine there has ever been a cherub more willfully destructive or as stubbornly dedicated to conquest than the monstrosity he would grow up to become.
I like how, like, they're like, yeah, the big bad guy's chasing us, but let me launch into exposition. It's like, fucking, what? Really now? Due to his, and there he is. There's the fucker right there. You see him?
Yep.
Look in the top right. That's Gamzee. He's gone god tier, which means that he has a stupid outfit and he's got a cod piece on. Not all god tier people have cod pieces, just him. He's a clown.
Honk.
Yeah. Due to his indomitable nature, I believe victory over his sister was a foregone conclusion. Barring a highly improbable glitch in causality, it would be almost impossible for her to predominate over someone like him. And even so, he didn't have the patience to wait. Unfortunately for everyone ever to exist, he discovered a way to predominate early. And it was not this act alone that would prove ominous, so much as that the means of which it was achieved. He was allowed to become a solo player in a game that which his kind was never meant to play. And so, it is with his predomination that her son, that our heroine's story ends and the story of our villain begins. Hey, Mina, where are you going?
I'm taking a gap or break. God.
But the story isn't over yet.
Girl, your stories never end. My bladder can't even deal. Just keep talking while I'm gone.
No, that's okay. We can wait.
I already heard the damn story, though.
Not all of it.
Glubberfuck, can't you just keep yapping about Sex Snake while I hit the little grubs room already?
I'm afraid not. Everyone must listen to the full story.
Oh my fucking god. You really are turning evil, aren't you? I'd be proud except for how terrible and boring the actual consequences for me are for me personally.
Wait, does that mean when you're a ghost, you still have to pee?
None of your business, Blue Kid.
That's so weird. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird?
No, John, it's definitely pretty weird that ghosts have to pee. You get used to it as a ghost pretty fast, though.
But weren't you already pretty used to peeing when you were alive?
Yeah, that's when you get used to it pretty fast, dummy.
This is kind of a stupid conversation. Can we hear more about the snakes and the snake sex and whatnot? It was a pretty cool story.
Yes, as soon as Mina returns from her visit to the load gaper.
Holy mackerel, can you shitfucks just enjoy your space lizard porn while I take a fucking piss?
I think we can all stay in to take a brief intermission for the story regardless, to let all these intriguing facts about cherubs sink in.
Ugh, you and your intermissions. What is with your intermissions? They ain't even intermissions most of the time. They just an excuse to tell another dumb story inside a longer dumb story.
So this is Hussey fucking with the audience. He does this a lot. But notice that we're on intermission 5. We were previously on intermission 5, intermission 1, and intermission 5, intermission 2. He's just saying, fuck it, I get to write my story however I want at this point in the story. Yes, Mina, you're correct, and your reservations are noted. However, it will not change my mind if you were to propose... would it change your mind if I were to propose not an intermission, but an interfission? Winky eyes.
Fine, let's do this interfission thing you said, 'cause of fish. BRB, you scrubs.
He promised that it would only be 7 acts, and then he did this. I see. God, it would be over by now if he did that.
Well,
So, An S is a flash animation that usually has music and you don't have to read anything, and it's kind of one of my favorites, and usually
No.
they're really cool.
No.
What?
No.
Why no?
Can't be 413, friends. I'm done.
Are you done?
I've completed. I've done what I've come here to do.
Okay, Hoots. I understand.
I'm really just trying to. I have to go.
Yeah.
My progeny has woken up from a nap, and I
Yes.
wish to go make certain that she does not pull plugs out of walls.
Yeah,
So,
that's it. No, like seriously, this page is going to be probably a long one because it's an S, and children are important. Okay.
I really can't, guys. I'm sorry. I know maybe one more would probably be good, but literally, I need to go attend to my child.
If it weren't that,
So-
I'd be on your side, y'all. But seriously, thank you for coming, Hoots. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit as usual.
No worries. It was
Yeah.
fun.
I love
Thank
you,
Rev.
man.
Thank you, Rissa. It was good
Love
to see you too.
Hoots.
Love
Great
you
to see
both.
you.
All right. Cheesecake's cake.
No, it's not.
Cake.
It's
It always
pie.
will be cake.
It's
It'll be
pie.
cake if forever
It's
for today.
pie.
It's
fucking
pie.
I'm glad that you're on my side with this, Rev.
I'm right. Did you see my petition?
Yes, I did.
Did you sign it?
I was there. I didn't sign it yet. I have to sign it.
Bro, what?
But it is pie.
Bro, what? Here, I'm gonna link it to you
Okay.
and Hootie, just because it'll frustrate him.
Okay. Good. All right, we're signing it live. Hello.
It forces you to put in your phone number, but I figure enough people already have my phone number, which is why I got 3 scam calls today. So
Does it actually make me put in?
I
Does
think
it make me put in my actual location?
see if you can get around with it and see if you can put in a different name. John Egbert, maybe?
I mean, people know my full name. It's out there.
Yeah, sure,
I
but
just
you know.
wanna,
I
you
mean, my
know.
full name's out there because it's the name of my website, colinmullen.com, where you can get art and art prints. That's me shilling.
It's actually going to make me enter a zip code. Hold on.
You didn't ask me for the zip code.
It's making me put in my city and zip code.
Like fucking New York is just 1111, I think.
Don't worry about it. I got.
Okay, don't get doxxed.
I'm not getting doxxed.
Your name isn't Vinesauce? That is an old meme, Ego. Half of chat don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. That was great. I went to a cosplay thing, and I went up on stage because I asked them, can I cosplay as a YouTuber? And they're like, yeah. So I went up on stage as myself, and then the guy didn't know how to read my handwriting. And so he read it as Vinesauce.
Rev,
Yeah.
it's telling me to chip in $11 so I can get this petition on the agenda.
What the fuck does that mean? Why are they getting money? I'm not getting
I
money.
don't know. They want me to put in money so that this is heard.
Who the fuck would hear it?
I don't know.
No, don't pay them money.
No, I'll just share instead. Share what? I have to share it? I have to share it. It's not gonna let me unless I share it on a fucking platform. Fine, I'm gonna send a tweet to my followers.
Tweet it. Yes. But don't share it through their website. Can you share it normally? Or can you just skip that prompt?
I don't know. It's not letting me skip it.
Yeah, that money doesn't go to me. I didn't even know there was money going on here.
Skip.
Yeah,
skip.
absolutely
Why is it
skip
doing-
that. There's no reason that anyone should be putting money into change.org for
I am
cheesecake.
skipping that,
Yeah.
but it's like there's a thing that's just through the website where it's like
I got an email saying that Colin
Making
Mullen
you-
still needs you. I do need you to tell people about cheesecake being pie.
here you go.
Did you
Let's
tweet
see.
it?
Tweet. Here you go. Tweet sent.
Okay, I'm gonna go check Twitter. retweeting that. That's good art. Let's see. Oh, that's good art. Great Zod is getting involved in this discussion. Okay. I'll have to read what he says later. I'm a Cooney.
All right.
Are you you're Pelakuni?
I'm at Pelakuni. The actual Imakuni has Imakuni on Twitter. Bless you.
Thank you. Hootie said I'm not allowed to retweet it. The change.org thing. So I will just like your tweet. And that'll force people to see it. He set up rules for me to be able to use. Listen, some people use their following to grift for money. Some people use their following to do who knows. But you know what I use my following for? Cheesecake is pie.
Cheesecake is pie.
Cheesecake is pie. Begin interfission. Oh, it's one of these ones that I have to control, or no?
No, isn't it a YouTube thing? Oh no, unless you're actually doing it.
No, it's just I'm using the unofficial Homestuck reader, so it just has the flashes loaded in.
Okay, I'm on the actual site, so it just has a YouTube thing of it.
Is it gonna continue? The song's pretty good, yeah. No, Homestuck music good.
I legit unironically love Elevator Stuck.
Vriska Sans jacket. You're banned. Get out of here with that shit. Okay, that was the end of the flash. End interfission. And I gotta achieve.
They got
God,
Chivos?
how much? Yeah, they added Chiefs. How much more of this explanation of how cherubs is there?
I don't know.
Is this okay? If you want to stop here, it's not a bad spot. I think I will. I want to see my wife tonight. So I think I'll just save. That's nice that it has that. There's a save button. It makes capturing it really easy. It has the dyslexia font that apparently helps. I don't know. Thank you for joining me for Homestuck Day. We got Hootie in on it, which was good.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
No worries. This is I am a Cooney. You're on Twitch and Twitter. Shout out your things. Who are you? Why?
I'm just gonna type in chat and scream, ah! And that's me.
Okay, yeah. If you want to find her, just scream. Apparently that's how it works. Or she'll scream and you can find her. That's how most people find people. I've gotten lost in the mall before and I just started screaming, and that's how my parents found me.
I think I had something similar, but in a Target.
Yeah. I don't even know if that actually happened or not, but that sounds like a thing I did. Anyway, I'm gonna go look at the art now. Thank you for dropping by, Ima. Hey, check the stream real quick. Just want to show you the art.
Yeah. Okay. I love the delay.
The delay is so long.
I don't know why, but like fart with reverb
It's really good.
always makes me laugh.
But anyway, we got this art from TG Dear Girl of me and Mike and Limes playing Valheim, and I've got one of the kitties, and Limes has one of the ferrets on her shoulders. It's good. And then Mike doesn't have anything because he doesn't have pets. That's very good art, very classy. Thank you. And then we got a couple from Neppy. We got this one, which is me as they were asking me earlier what aspect and shit I was. Unfortunately, apparently not one of the ones where my junk is hanging out. So thank you for that, Neppy. Which one is this? I'm sure someone knows.
Something of rage.
Yeah.
Seer maybe?
I think that's what we figured out that I was. How are you, Rage? Thief of Rage?
You're a
Mage of
thief?
Rage?
Thief of rage?
You are the least angry person. No. No, I have actually a legitimate rage problem that I hide very well. I think. Apparently I do, because you didn't know that. Seer has longer legs. Okay. Then we got this one from Neppy, and it's an art of me and Hootie, and I'm explaining Homestuck to Hootie, and Hootie is having a mental breakdown. It's pretty good. Thank you for the art, Neppy. And then we got this one from Anna LRK, and it's of them, and he's blind. God, I didn't understand what the fuck was going on there. And then Ardea, who I think is one of Anna's favorites.
I love Aradia and Solix. They were my favorite, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see that. They're good. They're good characters. And now, okay, so he's half dead, half blind, and now he's full, not dead, but full blind. Yeah, I don't get how the fuck that means anything. Aradia. Yeah, I'm gonna get that wrong forever, because I'm gonna get it right, because someone will correct me, and then I'll forget that's how it's pronounced, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, new March of the Mice on the last Thursday of this month. That'll be the 29th of April. I'm gonna try and get all the art done for it by then. I love this. I've already sewn this one from Atro, but I love this GIF so fucking much. It's basically what the stream devolved into, because Bree would do something and then do a little dance.
Oh, that's adorable. I caught the first stream of it. Like the very first one you did, but I'm not sure if you did any others.
I haven't done any other ones yet. I'm doing them like once a month because it takes forever to draw.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end the stream there. Looks like Mike is live again, so I'll just raid him because Limes and him raided me. So I guess I'll raid him back. I'll see you guys later. Brrr.
Bye-bye.